a great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside Packer backer Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle. Happy Not a Father's Day.
Yeah, not a father. Yes, you're absolutely right. Weekend went by too fast. Adulting kind of sucks sometimes.
I do contend that weekend should be 3 days. One day,
of course
rest,
you do.
1 day for social, and 1 day to get stuff done.
I had people at my house this weekend, the whole weekend, and I had events. And I literally woke up and I said, I haven't had a weekend free in weeks.
Did you guys see Kyle's new ink?
Ooh.
I'm scrubbing it off. I got nervous.
Why are you trying to scrub it off?
He wanted to make sure it wasn't like a tattoo that got put on his arm that stays there forever that wasn't from a needle.
Well, I took a shower and it wouldn't come off. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I got to scrub hard to get it off.
Just relax.
temporary
It's gonna come off.
What day did you put it on?
I put it on Saturday.
Well, yeah, those last like 5 to 7 days.
I didn't want a little baby on
I've
me.
gotten a couple henna tattoos at Summerfest.
This wasn't a henna. This was just a little bit of water and whatever toxins they put in it.
What henna tattoos did you get?
The one that he was been drawing up in his head for the last 5
Ooh,
years.
I should have.
tree.
I should.
You
I
should do the
should
tree
get
henna this year.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you guys about my half sleeve?
Yeah,
Every
you
time
did.
he says this,
No. I started working on a new drawing.
Oh,
and it's not. It's
Before we
not
got
a
to
tree.
the last one, or
It's
what?
not a tree.
Barbed wire?
Good.
Not barbed wire.
How basic is it though? Does it have? Does it
No,
have
there's.
wings?
I had somebody else draw. So what I did is wrote down all these words that like meant a lot to
Give
me.
us some of them. Yeah.
Oh my
Let's
gosh!
hear
Did I
some
take a picture of those words?
Please.
One of them was like gambling.
Oh wow.
That's
so
the first one.
Ace of spades.
Hang on.
I
I
believe-
took a picture of the drawing.
I believe that
So I
he
want to
did
see
have
if the
gambling.
words are next to it. Hang tight, folks.
Well,
hang
no,
tight.
We can hang tight.
So
Ben
you
is
put
never
a
gonna
list
get
of
tattooed.
words together, and you wanted someone to take that list of words and put it into a tattoo graphic?
Are they right? Are they doing it for free? You have a lot of people you know for things.
I have some friends that are very artistic.
Yeah, you have a lot of friends. Ben.
Oh, come on. Where is it? Where are the words?
You can't remember what.
Oh my God, I got the words.
Oh, I want to
you-
know.
It's
Come on.
embarrassing.
When did
Oh,
you do this?
let's hear it.
When do you have time to do this?
This was with some friends. They usually have the timestamp on the iPhone, right?
Oh, yeah.
This Apple update stinks. This was May 25th.
Ben
recent.
3 weeks
Brust's
ago.
words for his tattoo. Number 1.
Family.
Number 2.
Classic.
Basketball.
This is fifth
Wow,
grade
hot
then again.
start. Number 3.
Appreciation of competition success.
Okay.
That one's a little bit different than basketball and family.
Yeah, this is a wild list.
Number 4.
Star Wars.
Oh my.
That made the top 4?
Dude, I was just rattling it off my brain.
Number 5.
800-990-3776. I'm working on a half sleeve design for a real tattoo. These are the words that came to mind as the artist was drawing my future sleeve. I did not plan on starting here. Harry Potter.
Oh,
my
my
Star
God.
Wars, Harry Potter, gambling, and family. Hell yeah. 6.
My love for my dad and his journey
Love
to get to where he is.
That's
Yeah,
powerful.
yeah.
Very
Powerful.
The day
Just
after
go
Father's Day.
to
Yeah.
putting stuff together.
Gambling.
Yeah.
Pow.
Okay.
Pow. Adrenaline. Like I like a good adrenaline rush.
Dude, this kid is so.
Something is
What a
wrong with this.
weird individual.
Did you put wife anywhere?
That's family.
Oh, okay. Lumped in. Got it. But your dad gets his own singular, but
Yeah,
your wife doesn't.
correct.
Okay. Just so we understand what the pecking order here.
I wrote I love America.
Okay. Yeah.
Patriot.
And then I had them describe me. They said thoughtful and kind. They gave me the most basic, not gonna help for the tattoo.
Those are the only words they gave you?
Yeah, do you guys have any more for me?
Weird. Different.
Yeah, so how can I make that into a
Energetic.
tattoo?
What is it? Like something that, like a crazy person.
Manic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Send them that.
Send
So
them
a,
that.
straight, so a straight jacket.
You want to put a straight jacket on my left arm?
I mean, all those weird things you had, and then just put a straight jacket on it. As
So I
well.
guess I don't understand. So you just ggave them a list, and your request was to make this visual? Make
Yeah,
these words
make this
visual in
something.
tattoo form?
I mean, I have a theme.
You should ask Chat GPT to make a tattoo based on those list of words?
Greatest country in the world.
Borat. I do love Borat.
Yeah.
So I have a theme, but since I already gave one theme to you guys and you made fun of me, I'm not feeling very vulnerable today that I want to share with you guys.
Safe place.
It doesn't feel safe.
I mean, you have to come back.
The thing is, you need accountability partners.
It's too serious.
A tree would have been a mistake.
No,
And
yeah,
that's why we're here.
No,
right?
no doubt.
Yeah, we're
tree,
here.
a
We're here to help
tree
you.
with roots and like leaves with initials of family members.
Family tree.
Family. By the way, I didn't even know I was doing a family tree, and I forgot that a family tree was a thing. Okay. Do I want to be vulnerable?
Sure, let's be vulnerable.
Do you want us to like just support the idea no matter what, or have an opinion?
Yeah, 'cause I can withhold.
This is what I have. These are conversations do you guys have with your significant other?
about judgment.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want your opinion. I just want you to hear me.
Oh,
you
yeah.
listen.
That's
Yeah, of
it's
course.
critical.
That's-
It's critical in a
that's-
relationship.
that's tough
Got to
for me.
communicate your feelings.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kyle's probably. What you mean?
I
Just
just-
listen.
I just need to be
I gotta
heard.
jump in here.
No, I'm a real one because you say something a little crazy. I can't have you walking around here looking crazy.
Well, Billy chimes in on the Carbliss talking text line. He says, you forgot an important one. Badgers. Well, there is a Badger tattoo in my lifetime on the horizon for Brad Nortman and myself if Badger basketball or football ever win a national championship in our lifetime. So that one.
Yes, we are.
That's
That's going to be hidden, though.
that's on one of the left or right cheeks.
Yeah.
So that's hidden.
Doesn't have to be hidden all the time.
Hey,
Bradley.
Brad, it's Monday. He's
Starting strong.
That's funny.
yeah.
Come on now, be vulnerable.
Drive out the windshield is one of my favorite terms.
What does that mean?
Hold on. Say
Drive
that,
out
say that
the
one more
windshield.
time.
Help me comprehend because
For real, like I need
right,
for
I
Just
can't make
repeat it
fun of
for
something
us.
I don't know what you're
Just
talking
slower
about.
this time.
He said, I can't make fun of something I don't know. All right.
Slower.
Drive out the windshield. So the thought process. No,
Hold on. Time out. Drive out the windshield. Hold on. You slow down a
it's
minute.
a racing term.
Okay. That's what Matt Kenseth said.
Who are
Yeah.
you?
So it has a lot, like there's a life element here. So when I was going through a hard time, a lot of times you can look at the rear view mirror and look at your past. And let your past affect who you are today. Drive out the windshield is something I try and focus on when you're in racing and you get past somebody to get to first place. They say, hit your marks, drive away, drive out your windshield. Just focus on what's in front of you. And so it's a term that always stuck with me. Don't look at the rearview mirror. You can't change what's behind you. You have it in control. Drive out the windshield. So the picture, it's decent, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got like a glass car shield with like the rear view mirror scratched out.
This is
the
part,
tattoo now.
In addition to the tattoo.
Yeah. This is how we got to like the actual drawing.
So now you're describing the drawing.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
It's a windshield
You're putting a car in your arm.
with a scratched out rear
a
view
windshield.
What kind of car?
It's not a car. It's just a windshield with a rear view mirror with other things in front of me.
Wait a minute, a
that I'm-
windshield with the front.
How big
windshield
is this
mirror, you
windshield
can
on
see
your
the-
body?
It's gonna be on my arm.
Is there going to be like a
That's not
top
the
of the
shape of a
steering wheel?
windshield.
Yeah, it's gonna
There's
be.
gonna be a steering wheel to let you know like you're looking out a
hold on,
windshield.
Your entire
just anyway.
arm is going to be a windshield?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Windshields are not those dimensions.
Yeah, they're not.
There's a
wide.
way to make this work.
Are you sure?
I think maybe we should go
Based
back
off
to the drawing
based
board.
off the drawing that I have, I like what I'm seeing.
Can I
Wait, do we
see it?
see it?
But a windshield is wide and not tall.
Yeah.
And then your arm is more vertical.
Then
It can be sideways.
Sideways.
It could be sideways.
Then that would be a really
sideways.
thin windshield.
yeah.
Guys, I don't know yet.
Wait, you
What
have
do you
a
mean you don't
picture?
but I'm being vulnerable. Do you like the drive out of the windshield concept?
Keep describing it. Keep describing
I
it.
have a question.
Or is that it?
Do you have a picture of this?
I do.
Can we put it on the stream?
Or I need to see it. So maybe I can understand.
What is out on the windshield? So you're looking through the windshield. You said there's things out there. What things?
That's what I'm working on. Right now there's a sun.
How about, hold on. How
You
about,
sound like some. I'm just gonna say a country boy.
how about rather than a sleeve, it's just a back tattoo? That seems to fit the dimensions better, or a chest tattoo of a windshield.
But he's trying to not look out
back.
the back. What
Trying to
about
look
across
forward.
the chest?
The rear view mirror on the chest would be a little bit off.
Yeah, but the rear view mirror is blacked out because you can't look
then
at
I think it
You're
would
not
go on your
supposed to look back.
I think it would go on your back. Because you're looking forward.
The hard thing that I'm struggling with is Cody chimes in on the
Everything?
Carbliss talking text line. Ben's going to get something transparent tattooed on him. That's the hard part I'm struggling with. Is right now I want a tattoo.
Just a big square.
It's a square.
Looking at your skin.
And it's a glass square.
Yeah.
You can't do. Can you do glass?
It's hard to reflect glass.
That's why you need
on a tattoo.
That's why you
skin.
actually need a full vehicle. Because nobody, but what is that? Is this a glass with a little black square in the middle and a steering? What is
You
that?
need like some hands on a steering wheel.
Some
A
glasses.
little dashboard.
So there is a steering wheel.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Who drew that?
Somebody
looks like-
very, very smart.
No,
in
no,
that
no,
company.
that looks like a
Smart, but
6-year-old.
artistically challenged.
That looks like a 6-year-old drawing.
No. We ain't getting that on your arm. It looked like your daughter did that.
Guys,
That looks like it was done with a crayon.
Yeah, it was.
it was with their kids' crayons.
No, it was not.
Yeah, we were using the kids' markers and crayons.
No, maybe their kids drew it. Ben, whoever you're talking to, stop it now. We're not gonna let you do that.
Little messages on the windshield, like you could write. Like again, can you get a windshield
No.
on your body?
It's a hard thing to reflect a windshield, but then also things in the distance on the other side of
It's
the
a
windshield.
great idea, but like visually, you can see it. But I don't know if it works in tattoo form.
Are the words other drivers? There's a lot to still suss out.
Cody and Colgate, you're on the Carbliss talking text line. You're here for Ben's half sleeve tattoo conversation. 800 990-3776, the Carbliss talking text line. What do you think about the windshield?
I know exactly what you're trying to picture, and I can see it in my mind. You can see, obviously you won't see the glass, but you see the black border go all the way and all the way around. You'll see the rearview mirror up on top.
Yep.
You'll see your left hand on top of the steering wheel driving you to what's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a little radio if you want to make it big. I see exactly what you're trying to do.
All right.
Maybe KBN's on the radio.
See, that's somebody who's not just here to pick on me.
He has tattoos.
He's here to help me and not just bring me down with my friend's bad artistic design of the tattoo.
That is an understatement. None of us here have tattoos, so sorry, we can't help you with the vision. That guy had tattoos. That was actually pretty
Cody,
good.
that was helpful.
That was good.
It was very,
But that's
very
exactly what this picture is.
No, it's not.
But I'm trying to figure out how you're going to represent those words on the other side of the windshield.
So I could do like initials, drive out the windshield, DOTWS.
DOT.
Department of Transportation. Wisconsin.
Don't
Sports.
try and do this, Stroh.
I don't know what DOT.
But how-
Drive out the
But
windshield.
how are you going to put Star Wars
Windshield
on
is
there?
I don't
one
need
word.
Star Wars.
Millennium Falcon?
Star Wars don't need to be involved.
Well, can I be? Wait a minute.
Windshield is one word.
Yeah, I know, but I
So
like the S.
DOTW.
I like the S.
That's like saying your initials are BBS. Ben Brust.
Oh, man. Cody doesn't have tattoos, by the way, from the Carbliss talking text line. He's just a very visual person.
Oh, good for Cody. Cody is very
I'm
visual.
glad somebody is because this sounds awful.
So wait, so you came up with all these ideas and you do a radio show you've been doing for years and you didn't think about radio or KBN? Or at least
Well,
Gallo
KBN
and
on the
Brust?
radio.
We're live on YouTube. We're on the ESPN Wisconsin app. You
can
can
put it-
watch us on Twitter.
Would be great
so-
to have it on your arm. This changed your life. Radio changed your life. Like legitimately.
How do you know I care so much about radio that I want to tattoo it?
Because of the fact that you give everything to this. You would not have your fiance if it wasn't for radio.
For the company.
Radio. She'd be like, you're just a sales guy. You're a radio sales guy. That's different.
If he never hit that half-court shot, what would his life be like?
Oh,
my
buddy.
Did I or did I
if
not?
it just rimmed out.
If Brad never had a fake punt against Iowa, would he have been his notice?
Sounds like I'm the only person that earned my seat at this table.
Hey. Join the club, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard about his grades at Stevens Point in high school, how he got under a 3 GPA?
It's an underdog story,
under
really.
3, actually, yeah.
Dang, even in college?
No, in college there was a 3.0.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is
productive.
progress.
That was
We could all
productive.
say this is progress.
I don't know if it was
this is better
progress
than
based
the
off the
tree.
drawing.
Better than the
This is
tree.
better than
Yeah, tree was pretty.
This is
Well, the
interesting.
tree was god
And it
awful.
wasn't
We
okay.
can be honest with one another.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest idea ever.
But don't make fun of drive out the windshield because that is a mantra I've been
Okay, but I need
like
you to
that.
understand that windshield is one word. It is a compound word.
I
It's
don't
just
need
a
you to
double-
tell
compound
me
word.
what DWT
Nope. Try that one again.
drive out DOTWS means. It can mean something different to me than it can mean to you. Just like colors, we learned that People see colors differently.
That's true.
That'll bake your noodle.
Dancing on the whale shark.
What Kyle knows isn't right. What was our WKTI for our old Pick Six friends?
Whatever Kyle thinks impossible.
There it is, WKTI. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Stroh running the show. Hope everyone had a great Father's Day, and to all the mothers, hopefully you help take care of your wonderful husbands. That being said, now that I'm talking about my tattoo and went vulnerable, I want to move forward.
Doing other things with Stroh.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Wow.
All right, you drop the S.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
DOTW.
You can't do that, yeah.
No Stroh. Oh, my God. He's going to turn anything into him. You got a little bit of me in you, buddy. More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our
No,
feelings.
come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck, I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need any more? Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third
This
deck.
edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh, and if you're a homeowner like me, you know how it goes. There's always a project that needs attention, and sometimes the big ones, like replacing old windows, get pushed to the bottom of the list. But I'm telling you, this is the time to finally check that box with Universal Windows Direct. They're running their home improvement season sale, and the offer is just too good to pass up. You can get payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnatthebog.com.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
The Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live features The Toys this Wednesday night. Gates open at 6 with music starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with The Toys.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at discount liquor.
It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. There is no other party like Summerfest. So get the fun started by stopping in to Discount Liquor. When you buy any one 12-pack of Blue Moon or Blue Moon Light, or any one 12-pack of Arnold Palmer Spiked Hard Tea, you'll receive a free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and in Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
See us for your free Summerfest ticket and check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Discount liquor.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work.
If you saw the break screen on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, looks like H just sent in Harrison here just sent in a picture of his current view out of his windshield.
Get it tatted.
I will say, the latest developments about this half-sleeve tattoo, it's getting more real. Somebody listening, one Tony Cartagena of the Thanalysis show, plugged in everything I was saying into an AI photo generator. And Bradley,
it's awesome.
Got legs.
It was cool.
It's got legs.
It was cool. It was better than the chicken scratch that was.
Well, yeah, but the chicken scratch.
That was version 1.
Yeah, I mean,
this is an advanced version.
Yeah, that was OTAs. We're in mandatory mini camps. Training camp is next before we go into the real games and actually get the tattoo.
That was USFL. That was not OTAs. USFL tryouts.
It was Pee Wee's. It was Pop Warner.
Yeah, it was.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strophe running the show. Strophe, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm sorry that I can pull a tattoo off and you can't, and you're getting all salty back there.
What are you talking about?
You're just shaking your head. You got a lot of bad energy.
I just think you're a ginormous dork. It's as simple as that.
I think the same of you.
Yeah, likewise. But look, we are a bunch of guys that can't rock tattoos. Right?
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
how many tattoos do we have amongst the panel? And I'm talking permanent tattoos, Kyle.
Zero.
I think we should probably keep it that way.
Yeah, but like I don't care what other people think about my tattoo.
I'm about to say this out loud. I think a tattoo would look better on me than you.
Wow.
I mean, a
Stroke, you don't have enough arm to have anything on your arm.
That's my point.
Yeah, he got a little bit more trash. You don't have any trash in you. He has some trash in him. not saying tattoo.
He basically called you white trash.
No, I did not.
Yeah,
KBN Nation, that never once came out my mouth. What I'm saying, tattoos are not trashy, just so people understand that. But on Strophe, it would be trashy.
And I could rock it.
And he could rock it.
I will say, Ben feels a little bit more country clubby.
Yeah.
And Strophe feels a little bit more like guy at the concert.
Yeah. See, that's all I was. See, you said it.
But here's the thing: who gives a damn what other people think about him?
Well, that's fair.
That's true.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if I look like a tattoo guy. If I want to get one, you guys can get on a group chat without me and talk crap about it. And I don't care.
Why is it that you want to get one so bad? What sparked this?
Midlife crisis. Starting early.
Quarter life.
Yeah.
You're such a Richard, man.
I'm not. I'm just being honest.
Is he wrong?
You know what? The last time I said that, I got in trouble. So let's just X that from.
How'd you get in trouble?
We not bringing that up. Let's just keep it moving.
You're treating me like you treated others. I will do what I please, Kyle.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
I know, it sure is.
Reminiscent, boy. I tell you.
Very. A lot of conversation across these airwaves from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy and Willie and Tausch having the exact same poll question today. Great job. Just using different words.
Run with it.
Which has more to prove and who has the most pressure when talking about the NFC quarterbacks?
Man, this summer, we're giving it our all.
So how can we change the word from most pressure to most approve to have a third poll about the same thing? We don't have to. We can just actually have the conversation and not pull it.
I think we should.
I'll let you noodle on that one. And I would say in honor of our pals that did the same poll today, we want to take this one step further. Which NFC North quarterback has the most to blank, prove, pressure, or whatever Strophe comes with, in the upcoming season? Because I found the conversation this morning on 94.5 ESPN, 100.5 ESPN Madison very fascinating on both Jen, Gabe, and Chewy and Willie and Tausch. Tausch went to Jared Goff right away. And I think it's just based off your perspective on pressure and most to prove and how you view it.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of who is under the most pressure, maybe who's more under the microscope, it's another way to put it. More under the microscope. To me, it's all about what are your expectations compared to what have you done to meet those expectations. And to me, I was interested when Tausch picked Goff because nobody really has that high of expectations of him, and he always exceeds them. We sort of know who Jared Goff is, but talk about two high-level expectation quarterbacks. That's Caleb Williams, 1, and Jordan Love, 2. They have high expectations on them, and neither of them have consistently met that. Caleb Williams, who's number 1 on my list, most under the microscope, most pressure, he's number 1 overall pick. He's the Heisman Trophy. He was crowned the savior of Chicago Bear football, and he has a huge gap between what he's actually done on the field and what his expectations are and what is expected of him. Second, though, and it is a close second, is Jordan Love. The lineage of Green Bay Packer quarterbacks is Favre, then Rodgers, now Love. $55 million man, and we've already crowned him as the franchise quarterback, but he hasn't consistently played like the franchise quarterback. So high level of expectations without consistently meeting those. That's Jordan Love. 1, Caleb Williams, 2, Jordan Love. Next is Jared Goff because he's going to be on a Super Bowl contending team. And J.J. McCarthy, a complete unknown, coming off of a pretty brutal injury as a first-year starting quarterback. There's been very little expectations there. Caleb Williams, 1. Jordan Love, 2. Jared Goff, 3. J.J. McCarthy, 4. That's my list.
Don chimes in here on the Carbliss Talking text line. Which NFC North quarterback is dumber than Ben Brust? Thank you, Don. Good add-in. Kyle.
Yeah, Brett, I think your list is spot on, right? When going from 4, again, J.J. McCarthy, he is a rookie. He's a guy coming off a knee injury. You're going to have to give him some time to develop. The Vikings are going to do everything they can to make sure the team around him is solid and not put the game in his hands. They have a great rushing attack with Aaron Jones. They have great wide receivers. They're going to make the game easy, and they have a great defense that keep the games as close as possible, just in case he has some stinkers. And then when you look at Jared Goff, there's a lot of pressure on Jared Goff. I 100% agree. There's a lot of pressure on Jared Goff simply because of the fact that it's time for him to get over the hump. That team has been knocking at the door. They won NFC North championships. They're in the position that the Packers were in years ago, right? We stopped caring about winning the division because we were focused on winning Super Bowls. There is an immense pressure on Jared Goff to finally get over that hill, get over that hump, to win a Super Bowl and get the Lions to their first Super Bowl in franchise history. So there's a lot of pressure on him. But look at Jordan Love. Jordan Love was down last year. He was injured, right? So he's looking for a bounce back year where he's able to elevate his actual game. So a lot of spotlight's going to be on whether or not Jordan Love is worth the $55 million that he's making. Because he comes in this season and he's throwing interceptions early. If he's inconsistent as well, then a lot of people are going to be talking about, is he really the guy here in Green Bay? Which puts a lot of pressure on him. That's the difference between him and Goff. Goff has already proven who he is. Jordan Love is still trying to prove who he is. And that is a big difference in that confidence and level of knowing what you got at quarterback. And when you look at Caleb Williams, I can go down a list of stuff. That's the number 1 overall pick. But the biggest thing about Caleb Williams is the fact that he didn't elevate his roster, and the guy that was picked after him was who?
Jaden Daniels.
And what did Jaden Daniels do?
Balled out.
He elevated his team and got that team to the NFC Championship in year number 1. Meanwhile, the Bears went on like a 7-game losing streak. Oh,
it was 10 games?
I'm like 90% positive after the Hail Mary, they lost 10 straight games. Strofe, am I crazy?
Well,
Gosh, could you imagine being a Bear?
He's shaking his head no, because I don't think I'm crazy.
No, that's the thing. That's a lot of losses. But here's also that.
That's a lot of losses. Hell yeah, it is. But could you imagine if you yourself had
as
to
a Packers fan? Oh, I've been miserable. I would have been. Listen. The kids say crash out now. I would have been crashing out every Monday. I would have been crashing out.
Crash out.
Okay, like, so you just lose it.
Yeah. You just
he'd be yelling and screaming, spiral.
Yeah, that's what I would do every single Sunday. And so then
took me a while to learn the whole crash out thing too.
Yeah, I finally bought into it. But then the last part is this: they hired Ben Johnson. He's supposed to be this guru. If he comes in here and Caleb Williams doesn't play well, everybody's going to be talking about how Caleb Williams is a bust and how he isn't getting it. This is a big year for Caleb Williams. There's so much pressure because if this year he doesn't take a step in the right direction, if the Bears still struggle, the offense still sucks, everybody's going to be talking about how he's a bust. Meanwhile, how Jaden Daniels, another former Heisman Trophy winner, is shining and leading those Commanders. So there's a lot of pressure on Caleb Williams.
I have a hard time going any other way than the one with the most pressure proof under the microscope is Caleb Williams, number 1. Number 2 to me is Jordan Love. Based off the success he had in 23 at the end of the year and the up and down year of injuries, still had a good season, but there's a lot more to be desired with the potential that he showed in 2023. Goff was awesome last year.
Amazing.
And like, he's consistently been like a staple in what they do. He might get closer to having more pressure, being on the microscope, depending on if the unknown that we continue to talk about, if the coordinator situation really does affect the team. We're going to see if that affects Jared Goff. And he really, but again, he was great in the great enough to get them to a Super Bowl in the McVay system.
Great. I guess he did. He had one really good season. I don't know if that was
that's when they went to the Super Bowl.
He was fantastic.
And then he's been able to. He was close to 80% completion percentage last year.
Yeah, he was.
The guy was throwing darts.
I think he was a top 5 MVP voter last year.
And then you look at J.J. McCarthy. It's sort of irrelevant in terms of pressure. I mean, if you're a Vikings fan, probably a bit more. But holistically, if you look at it from an NFL perspective, the pressure's probably more on Kevin O'Connell and the organization for moving on from Darnold and believing in J.J. McCarthy because they could have franchise tagged him, but they traded Sam Darnold. So I go Williams, Love, Goff, McCarthy. All day long. Are we all in agreement here?
I'm trying to figure out how they had a different list.
Well, we're all in agreement.
Tausch says Goff because the team with the most expectations has the most pressure.
Okay, that's legit. He played in the NFL.
It seems like both our poll, the JGC poll, and Wilde and Tausch poll all have Jordan Love and Caleb Williams basically neck and neck so far in early voting for at least the KBN poll. Do you view them as being that close? I think it's Caleb Williams by a long shot. I think his pressure is way.
No, it's not close. The difference we have to understand is that Jordan Love showed us what his potential is, but then beyond that, so if Caleb Williams last year, if he has the same exact stats, but the team doesn't go on that 10-game losing streak, or the team finishes 9-8, or they even make the playoffs like Jordan Love did in his first year as a starter, nobody's talking about Caleb Williams having to prove something. They're just talking about him improving. So that's the difference between having a football team around you that's good versus having a football team around you that's below average. So Jordan Love making the playoffs 2 years in a row. Last year, I mean, all their losses came to really good football teams. So Jordan Love has already shown everybody how good he can be, but we still need to see him consistently show us that week in and week out.
AJ chimes in on the Carbliss talking text line. Which NFC QB could pull off the best windshield tattoo?
Oh.
I'm going to give it to Nails Boy. He's artistic.
Nails Boy?
We know who that is, right?
Caleb Williams. I mean, yes, I do, but I immediately thought of hammer and a nail.
No.
Right away.
No, not at all. I'm thinking
No,
about
he's
painting
referring
nails.
to the painted nails.
I got that, but when I heard nails, it just nails and boys.
Not that boy.
No, I don't-
Somebody who probably doesn't do it. Caleb don't do hammers and nails. Ugh. Don't break a nail. The hell gonna do with that? I throw footballs.
Wheel of Stro. Wheel of Stro. Yuck is next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
He now is off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against
what else are
TCU.
we?
You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Summerfest is almost here, and we're going to send you to all 9 days. It's Summerfest on us. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to bring a friend and have the best summer ever at the big gig. Summerfest on us. Register today in the ESPN Wisconsin app under the Contest tab.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Be prepared for the unexpected and keep your home powered with Generac generators. Their home standby generators serve as an excellent backup plan in case of a power outage. Plus, they have advanced technology to automatically start within seconds of sensing a power loss. Save big on Generac generators. Also, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel. This is not a drill. If you sink a hole-in-one at X Golf inside American Family Field, you could win the ultimate Brewers prize, a trip down Bernie's slide. Nail the shot, and you and a friend will get game tickets and up to 5 trips down that iconic slide. Yep, golf a hole-in-one, and suddenly you're living every fan's childhood dream. Book your swing at X Golf inside American Family Field, open to the public 7 days a week. Book now at playxgolf.com.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic. We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds. Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big? 3/4 of a carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win. Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one? Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too.
It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free.
That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
I'm Jim Token, president of the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee. Nobody can keep your car running smoothly like an Adam new car dealer. Adam service technicians are factory trained and use original factory parts backed by a warranty. Best of all, you'll find competitive pricing equal to or even lower than independent shops. A well-maintained car delivers maximum gas mileage and saves you money. Call an Adam dealer today because you're always better off at an Adam new car dealer.
Get an oil change and safety inspection today.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Are you listening? Whoa.
It is Summerfest week.
So excited.
Love me some Summerfest.
I've got some news for you, fellas.
Uh-oh.
Making its debut on the Wheel of Strofe tomorrow.
Summerfest singer or?
Correct.
Yeah!
Look forward to it.
Might have to make the whole wheel that, other than push-ups. So we got to keep getting you strong. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman,
hate it here.
Alex Strofe running the show. Time now for the Wheel of Strofe!
It's time for the
Wheel of
Strofe! Before we jump in the Wheel of Strofe, I just would like to add all 5 of our summer interns are all in on the Ben Brust half sleeve. Got some support.
When did you talk to them?
Just ran upstairs. They were listening. They're like, it's gonna look great.
They're college. They're college
Hold on a
students.
minute. Slow down. I'm willing to put up $100 right now. He's lying.
All right.
I don't think he's
all
lying.
5 of them.
All 5 of them.
Well,
they're either lying to you.
They
or
brought
you're making this up.
unprompted. I was walking by. They brought up to me.
You think they're trying to be in your good graces?
Probably.
In that.
Y'all ain't got to do that. If y'all listening, y'all ain't got to do that. He's a has-been. Don't worry.
Wow.
Again, another. That's the second Richard comment today by this man. Why are you out for blood?
It's better than being a never was like me.
But you're still out for blood. All right, Wheel of Strofe.
I love Ben Brust.
Has been. Intro.
For the first time since 2013, the NBA Finals will televise the player intros for Game 5 tonight of the NBA Finals between the Thunder and the Pacers. Is it bad I didn't realize they didn't do that anymore and it's been 12 years?
I guess I didn't really consciously think about it.
Yeah.
But I do miss obviously some of the more notable ones were the Michael Jordan Bowls. The Detroit Pistons were awesome. The Ben
04?
Wallace, Chauncey Billups ones, those were so good. It just depends, like if they have the creativity. If I feel like it's boring nowadays.
Well, and it's so much better in person, right? When they can black out the arena and you got lights and music. It doesn't quite hit when you're just watching it on TV.
So, do you think they're going to go...
And the man in the middle from Stanford.
Do you think they're going to go like high school style where they introduce all the bench players first and then they introduce the
it'll just be starting
they
lineup.
should. They should introduce everybody.
No,
Why?
it's just the starting
If
lineup.
you do that, you do it in game 1. You don't do it in game 5.
I don't disagree with that, but they haven't televised any of it in 12 years. They owe us a few introductions.
No, they're not going to add inventory into the game so they can make This is such a Gen
Johnny
Z.
Furphy.
Gen Z make everyone feel included.
I'm
take.
actually watching the 2011 Dallas Mavericks NBA Finals intro, and they did a whole spectacle of like a dance team and an announcer.
Dude, do the Pistons.
Chauncey
Billups.
Isn't it cool?
Isn't it funny they do that for NBA players, but for football, they just do like the clips. Brad Nortman, Wisconsin. Like, that's all you get. And you narrate your own introduction.
But that's only on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't the Super Bowl, don't they do the player introductions? And people say, oh, they chose to come out as a team.
I don't know. Yeah.
You should know, or we're in the bathroom.
I know we did come out as a team. You're right.
Center from Utah, Brandon Carlson.
Oh,
Throw.
15 push-ups. Get down and give me 15. Come on now. I got to get my arms working for this half sleeve
You should
tattoo.
be well rested from the weekend.
Wait,
you don't need to stretch.
What did you do? No, what are you yelling
Strofe,
for?
put your elbows in more. That'll help.
No, it won't help.
Like a 45 degree angle.
It will
Strofe.
hurt. He has no meat on his chest.
The problem is he's putting his elbows out too much. It's all upper shoulder. You gotta do 45 degree angle on your arm.
His biceps and triceps and his chest are gonna be even more sore.
What if come football season, Strofe's like jacked?
It won't happen.
He's getting push-ups every day.
He needs to take steroids to assist him with it.
Yeah, he's gotta take some.
Or HGH, something.
Did the elbows in help? 45 degree angle?
He didn't.
A little bit more on the tricep.
I've never felt so alive.
A little more on the tricep than the chest.
Strofe's going to be jacked. Elbows too far out. It's all upper shoulder.
Wheel up Strofe. Oh, we can't do push-ups again. All right, Brandon pick for me. What's pitch? Whoa!
Oh, baby. Now this is some breaking news.
Just out of curiosity, what you guys got going on next Wednesday, June 25th?
Coming to work.
Made him believe on June 26th.
That's the day before.
I'm off that day.
That's brutal.
I'm at work.
I think I'm here.
What if I said, hey, we're actually not coming to work. We're going to go to a Lakeshore Chinooks game.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I would
why
say,
we do that?
why?
So, yeah.
Why am I skipping work?
Yeah, for what?
Oh, you're not skipping
Is this
work.
approved?
What are we doing?
Confirmed today.
Oh,
This is the first.
do I get to receive? I gotta catch it.
Confirmed today, June 25th. Alex Strofe throwing out the first pitch. The Lakeshore Chinooks Green Bay Rockers game.
Oh, Green Bay! Wow.
In front of your hometown.
The team I used to work for. Yeah.
Come on.
That was
Look
the
at
PA
you.
announcer. Speaking of starting
Full
lineups.
circle.
Yeah.
What time is the first pitch?
6:35 p.m.
Okay. I'll be there.
We did float the idea of a second first pitch.
But that's like the scratch.
You guys both throw it. I'll catch.
Me and Kyle throw it?
To me.
Who has a better throw? Someone's got to get the gun on
The
it.
Kyle
the
versus
speed
Strofe
gun.
rivalry.
Yes, the Kyle versus Strofe rivalry lives.
I'll for sure have a better throw.
I'll just throw it out there. If you want to bring Brucey too, it's Bark at the Park night.
Oh, wow.
No, thanks.
Dollar Dog night?
There is a
Thanks
time
for
where
that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, hot dogs.
No,
okay.
I never bring dogs anywhere.
Really?
Hassle.
It used to be, he used to love that dog. Now
used to
he
love
No,
that dog.
I
You
still
guys
Still
love
loves
her
the
now?
dog.
Still love the dog.
Let's
but
be
a lot to
how
bring
often
up.
does he bring up Bruce now compared to it?
Never.
Oh, look at Bruce on the cam. Look at the little cam. Now he doesn't even bring up Bruce. I haven't seen Bruce on a cam in over a year.
It's a good point.
I don't even know if Bruce is still.
Are we doing one more?
Wow. Strofe first.
Father's Day.
How was your Father's Day, guys?
Yeah, how was your Father's Day?
It was
guys?
weird
Why was
because
it weird?
Kyle texted in the middle of the Brewers game.
And,
as I'm sweating, Trevor McGill trying to get the save. Happy Father's Day, fellas.
Yeah, it was a strange text message. We're in this group message together and all of our producers.
I don't even think I said thank you or responded.
Nobody responded.
We're talking
Nobody
about the Brewer
responded.
game. And then literally in the middle of that, Kyle says, Happy Father's Day, fellas. And we continue talking about the Brewer game.
Was
it was
yesterday-
very strange.
No, you guys are very
cadence.
rude.
No,
This is the last
actually,
time I tell you happy anything.
I actually got a text from somebody else from the show that it felt a little more personal.
Well, I didn't get a birthday wish from you, so I don't give a damn what you think is personal.
Alex, that's fair. Alex Drove sent me a nice Father's Day text.
I'm sure he did. He's a
Yeah, bad on me. I didn't text Brad.
Yeah.
What?
What's that all about, Stro?
I don't know if you noticed in this past commercial break, I was trying to cover my tracks a little bit. It's
wow. Is that why he was giving a rundown of everything he
how's your
did?
Father's Day?
He's
Tell me
asking me
it.
about my Father's Day. Oh, it sounds like a
Oh,
great
the
weekend
post-no
you had.
Father's Day text guilt.
Here's what happened.
That's
Here's
all
what
right,
happened.
Stro.
I didn't forget about you, Brad.
I was in Ben's neck of the woods yesterday, so it made me think of him. And so I just shot it off real quick.
Every Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, I drive by the Bags League that Strofe used to be a part of.
Wednesdays.
Whatever, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I used to see Strofe and not stop and say hi. I drove right by him and
Every
go
single
home.
time. yeah.
Well, it does beg the question, are you just supposed to text all the people that are fathers in your life?
I texted a lot of people that are fathers in my life, and
Why?
you weren't one of them. I'm
Well,
very sorry. I feel
that's
awful.
hurtful, but
I feel
It's just
awful
getting worse the more you talk.
I
You're
know,
like,
I
I
feel
sent a
awful about
ton of texts
No, I woke
to
up,
every
I woke
person
up today
close
and
to
I
me.
went, oh my God, I missed two people.
who is the other? Better be someone
His own
important.
dad.
No, it wasn't my dad.
Your dad's name's Brad, isn't it?
It is, yes.
How about that?
I texted a different Brad. Happy
Yeah.
Father's Day. Actually, I called him. Unrelated. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I missed two, and Brad happened to be one of them, and I felt bad.
But why would you text other people that are fathers that aren't your father?
Because I have a love and admiration for fatherhood. Something I would like to venture
The guy
into someday.
says the world needs more love. Just let him be him.
He's spreading it out to everyone but me.
It's a journey I would like to venture into
Well,
someday.
actually, Strofe, don't feel bad, because even if you wish him happy Father's Day, he wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. Well,
What?
He wouldn't say thank you.
Brad wouldn't?
I text these two Happy Father's Day yesterday, and not a peep.
Well, I texted Ben directly,
You did it in a
and he
group text
responded.
message.
3
I did
hours
it to
later
the
with-
fathers in a group text message to cover everybody. I said, fellas.
well, the world needs more love. And the world needs more bliss, too, if we're going to be honest. Because all Father's Day weekend, I'll tell you what, Saturday night, I told you the fire pit was coming. It arrived. We set it up. And me and First Lady of the Nortman Estate, she couldn't drink, obviously. She's pregnant. But I sure enjoyed several Carblisses on her behalf. Because less is more when it comes to Carbliss. And that quenched taste of the less carbonation. Not so much to make me bloated, but just enough to make that taste feel so good. I was hitting that all night. It was delicious because there's so many different flavors that you can choose from. Tropical Bliss Variety Pack, that is what is consuming my fridge right now. But the other ones, classic cocktail, margarita, all the fruit flavors, there's something for everyone when it comes to Carbliss. Not only that, though, you guys know me. I got a workout in that day, tried to eat pretty healthy, so I'm looking for a guilt-free option. Carbliss is that guilt-free option. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten, 100 calories per can, so it is guilt-free all night. So if you're like me by the fire or at a Brewer game or on the lake or wherever you are this summer, enjoy yourself a Carbliss.
Hey,
yes,
you know
Kyle?
what? This weekend, Carbliss was invited to the cookout, boys. Let me tell you.
The cookout.
The cookout. It was
The cookout.
The cookout. The cookout that some of y'all can't go to, Ben and Brad. Oh, Carbliss was invited. Let me tell you, crushing the cans. They were
It was a hit?
Oh, yeah. Ooh. All the tequila ones, ooh, it was delicious.
Those are good.
Yeah, they're really good. So Carbliss officially invited to the cookout.
But Brad and I aren't.
Strophe is.
What if we bring,
Carbliss?
Would be let in?
Oh, the more the merrier. Yeah, you be the bell of the ball.
We come with Carb. Carbliss is invited. We're Carbliss is +1.
Yeah, if you're Carbliss is +1, you can come.
Okay.
I can't stoop to that
And I
level.
just get to attend?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've already proven that you're.
I can't believe you're going to bring someone that unathletic to a cookout.
Yeah, he's the funny guy.
The goofy guy.
Yeah, the goofy guy.
The goofy guy.
Nah, goofy dude, come here. The goofy skinny one, come here. He'd be like, hey guys,
How did you know people
I
call
got
me
a
that?
Carbliss.
Strofe, you got a great brand.
Do I talk like that?
A little bit.
Do it again.
Hey guys, I'm Alex Stroh.
I love how he flails his arms around.
Yeah, man. Let's play pickleball.
Wow.
Brad has a wild take that I did not have on the coming into a Monday. Strofe, you saw it.
Baseball?
No.
Hockey?
No.
NBA Finals.
But he says this is an athlete.
We're going to talk about one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Aaron Rodgers?
You won't guess it.
Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be popped.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. IndyCar XPEL Grand Prix is up next on June 19th through the 22nd. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walton. Right now, UWD is running their home improvement season sale. Payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes. From a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 24-pack Essential Everyday Purified Water, 2 for $6. 7 to 16-ounce selected varieties Barilla Pasta or Ready Pasta, 2 for $3. 6-count selected varieties Klondike Bars, 2 for $8. 12-ounce selected varieties Helva Good Dips, 2 for $3.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Don't miss 3 weekends of live music at Milwaukee's Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance, including Benson Boone, Hosier, Megan Thee Stallion, plus Alex Warren, Artemis, Nissa Barrett, and more. Get tickets now at summerfest.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, we got to jump in right away because Brad Nortman is smiling before even talking about what he's going to talk about next. Ben Brust, Kyle Walsh, Brad Nortman here with you. Strophy running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. The Carbliss Talking text line. Stream on the ESPN Wisconsin app and find us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Bradley, you wanted to talk about one of the greatest of all time. The floor is yours.
One of the greatest athletes of all time. Huge news in the sport of competitive eating.
Oh.
Joey Chestnut, who he must be on the Mount Rushmore of greatest athletes of all time. News came out this weekend that he will participate in the Super Bowl of eating competitions, which is the Nathan's hot dog eating competition that takes place every 4th of July. Last year he wasn't in it because he had a relationship with a plant-based company, whatever. It's resolved and he's back. And we just need to take a moment to appreciate the greatness that is Joey Chestnut. 15-time Nathan's champion, right? Yeah. That's like the Super Bowl. That's more than Michael Jordan and Tom Brady combined.
15. So
that is like the Super Bowl.
It is.
How many glizzies has he guzzled in his lifetime?
Let just think about these numbers, okay?
Dang.
Last year's champion, when he was out, the winner was 58 hot dogs in 10 minutes. 58. And second place was 51. He routinely gets in the 70s, and his record is 83. Kobayashi was like the big, oh my gosh, Kobayashi. His record was 67. 67, and Joey Chestnut always does 70s, and 83 is his record. But not only that, guys, we think of him as the hot dog guy. He has 55 records in what the eating world calls disciplines. There's 55 other categories, I'm using air quotes here, 55 categories that he has records in. We don't have time to go through all these. I'm going to go through some of my favorite because they're absolutely stunning.
Why are you talking about that?
I have a follow-up question also.
Why is this relevant?
It's big news.
Well, he's back. That's the big news.
You can't tell me that this isn't one of the most accomplished, greatest athletes of all time.
I'm Team Brad here for the record. I love Joey Chestnut. I appreciate all the greatness. But if the hot dog eating contest is the Super Bowl, what are the ones you're about to roll through then?
These are... this is like
NFC Championship
division titles.
Yeah, division titles, maybe head-to-head competitions, things like that. He holds records. I'm just going to rattle through them. There's 55 of them. I'm going to try to pick a few of them.
I want to hear it.
141 hard-boiled eggs.
Oh,
in 8
gosh.
minutes.
That sounds terrible.
What?
45 pulled pork sandwiches in 10 minutes.
45 sandwiches?
53.
One every 12 seconds.
Oh, my God.
53 soft shell Taco Bell tacos in 10 minutes.
Oh,
I could do
53.
that.
I can get that.
No, his digestive system
I did that at my bachelor party.
Destroyed.
How about this one? 182 chicken wings in 30 minutes.
The small, flat.
Just normal chicken wings. He had 23 meat pies in 10 minutes.
It's a meat pie.
What is that?
I don't know. 390 shrimp wontons.
Oh, that'd be so good. Wait. You said how many?
390.
In how many minutes?
8.
What is a shrimp wonton?
He had
wonton is just shrimp in it.
He had
that's not little.
14 pounds of ribs in 12 minutes.
That's a shrimp wonton every 0.7 of a second.
He just be
It's insane.
Those actually look very
6 pounds of funnel cake in 10 minutes.
This man has an eating problem.
That's not healthy. That's cardiac arrest.
This is the one that's not healthy, not the 14 pounds of ribs in 10 minutes.
118 jalapeno peppers in 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That's sweet.
That sounds spicy.
121 Twinkies in 6 minutes.
Oh, what?
121 Twinkies in 6 minutes. These are all records. Nobody's even in the same stratosphere of him. Let's see, what else is a good one?
He's taking over the game. Can't nobody compete.
That's a Twinkie every 2.9 seconds.
47 grilled cheese sandwiches in 10 minutes.
Damn, that's a lot of carbs.
25 ice cream sandwiches in 6 minutes.
Oh, my God.
How do you not get a brain freeze? It's unbelievable. 257 Hostess donuts.
Does he throw this up after? He has to
in
force
6
himself.
minutes.
He throws up after.
No, he's not allowed to.
No.
you're not
After
allowed
the
to.
competition, you can throw it up.
Yeah, yes, he has to.
One of these.
One's body
You
can't.
think? I don't think we're.
Are you sure he just isn't glued to his
99%
bathroom
sure.
the next day?
Well, there's no way. Wait, throw
I mean,
it
he's
up
still
like that's not
probably
healthy.
glued to the bathroom the next day.
81 Eggo waffles in 8 minutes.
Let go of my ego.
And he ate a whole turkey in 10 minutes. 10-pound turkey.
That's impressive.
Whole turkey.
I might be able to.
These are
half.
but nuggets of his greatness. There's 55 of these. It's incredible.
I didn't know how great he was.
You just got to have some appreciation for that. Who else can do that, right? We're talking about greatness of athletes. Like, who can repeat who can repeat that?
Who comes up with the idea that they can eat anything, huh?
I guess so.
He's trained his body.
Why hot dogs? Why is that one the one that became so popular?
4th of July, hot dogs. I don't know.
I prefer a brat.
I would assume somebody paid money.
I want Nathan's. I would prefer a brat. Wouldn't you? Or Italian sausage?
I would also prefer
you don't have as good.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to eat 83 of those.
A little thicker.
83. You guys ever watch him eat?
Of course.
I mean, on 4th of July sometimes.
It's equal parts greatness and disgusting.
It's gross because the thing is that they dip the bread in water, so it's kind of cheating.
It's not cheating. It's allowed.
But it's like he's not. It makes food not fun. I just don't.
I don't think the food's supposed to be fun if you're eating 83 of them in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I like to enjoy my food.
Me too. I love food.
I might eat 3 in 10 minutes.
Even that would be tough to get through.
Remember you tried to eat
3 hot dogs in 10 minutes?
No,
easy
that'd be
peasy.
easy. That'd be easy.
Nah, I don't know. If they're beefy hot dogs.
1 per minute wouldn't be that
You
hard.
guys are thinking of little small ones. We're talking about them jumbo ones.
I've watched the contest
Them
before.
6-inch jumbos.
Stop saying that.
That's what they are, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't like the way he's saying jumbos.
Aren't they? But that's what I thought.
I don't think they're. I think the way they look like.
I think they're just all beef franks.
I thought
they look like regular hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Just a regular schmegular frank.
No jumbo.
Why are they called franks?
It's a great question.
Ballpark franks.
Why is it called
I still
franks?
can't get over these numbers.
They're not
any other that stuck out?
Why is a hot dog
52 cheeseburgers in 10 minutes.
Frank.
13 pounds of salted potatoes in 10 minutes.
A sausage originated
how
in
were those-
Frankfurt, so it's just a type of sausage.
Oh, sure. It's from Frankfurt, so Frank. That makes sense.
Hot dogs are
Go back
6
to our
inches
last
long.
one. Go back to that last one, Brad.
13 pounds of salted potatoes in 10 minutes.
What is it? How are they prepped and served? Is it hash browns, French fries, potato chips?
Don't know. It was part of Wild Carp Week.
Wild Carp Week.
Wild carp.
Some of these like festivals are wild.
You got too much time on your hands.
21 pounds of shrimp.
I could confidently
cocktail
say this
style.
is the best thing we've done all week.
No, this is just a whole week.
What a low bar.
No, actually, I'm very interested in this.
We should be able to beat
It's
this.
It's insane. It is absolutely insane.
What do you think you can compete in, Brad? Them shrimp wontons. I mean,
390
yeah,
though.
No, I couldn't do that. I would get tired.
What do you mean you couldn't do that? Of course you couldn't do that. You couldn't have 20.
I could have 20 shrimp wontons.
You have to average
in 10
more
minutes.
than 1 per second. How's that possible?
I don't know. I don't know how.
2 at a time.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
But then you got to chew harder and
Swallow.
faster.
No, he does. He just swallows. He
It
barely
did say
chews.
that his level of commitment to stomach stretching and fasting was more than any other professional
Has anybody
eater
ever
of lifetime.
choked doing this?
I'm
I'm
that they
sure
got
somebody
professionals.
has, Strove.
Could you imagine
I
the
would guess
Heimlich
so.
of a hot dog that just goes poof, pops out?
All right, we're back in 2 minutes.
The big gig is back, starting June 19th. 9 days, hundreds of musical acts. Summerfest in Milwaukee is the event of the summer. Plus, tune into 94.5 ESPN all 3 weekends for Summerfest Saturday. Enter for your chance to win tickets to the ESPN Wisconsin app or visit summerfest.com. We'll see you out there.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman. A big focus in America today is your health. And you can't be fully healthy if you are not physically mobile to do the things you want to do. If you're someone that keeps on experiencing that joint pain, then you need to visit QC Kinetics. When I go to QC Kinetics' Greenfield location, I am amazed at everything that they have to give you your life back and finally fix that pain that you're experiencing. Everything they do is top of the line. From the free consultation where you can get an ultrasound of your joints and see what is nagging you in real time, to the effective and long-lasting treatments of PRP and stem cells that they offer to give you long-lasting pain relief. Be one of the tens of thousands of other patients who now have a pain-free life because of the treatments they received at QC Kinetics. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 3474.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
A day removed from Father's Day, but of course, there's more fathers that we hear from the Green Bay Packers players and former players than I've heard from any fathers in any sports I've ever been a part of. I guess if you go back to Little League and high school, parents do get involved, but at the professional level, we're reaching a lot of conversation from parents. Did you ever hear from any parents in your day, like of players?
No.
You're playing for the Jags or the Panthers?
I don't think so. Dads are mostly just in the stands, supporting their kids. You give them a voice, and I guess this is what can happen, though.
You don't plan on being those dads, do you?
No.
Yelling at refs and yelling at umpires.
No.
It's not that serious.
It's really not.
It's
That's
children.
the thing.
Like it's not about winning and losing. It's about teaching them life lessons they can take with them.
I think it's oftentimes the people that haven't achieved their own goals that put that out there for their kids. I'm thankful that I was able to.
I'm
see
thankful
those.
I was able to make it to the NFL.
It sounds like
Shut
a jerk.
up, Brad.
It sounds like a jerk. But for real, you're able to see it for what it is.
Flex on
then.
us.
You're able to see it for what it is. Then it actually puts things into perspective.
Sorry, I'm a loser.
Unlike, if it wasn't for those knees, Kyle, who knows? Who knows what you could have done on the Brookfield Central Field?
Thanks, Brad.
Well, Jaire Alexander's father has entered the chat. And basically, we're at this point now where the Packers, historically, at the end of veteran players' careers, have been a little stubborn on how far they're willing to go. The example that stands out most to me is Jordy Nelson. Somebody who was productive for the Green Bay Packers, was willing to take a pay cut, but they didn't even really offer him a seat at the table. And he made like 11 or 12 for the Raiders. The next year had a solid season, but definitely could have contributed to the Green Bay Packers. We don't exactly know, right? But from reports from Jaire Alexander's dad is that they didn't offer him really anything that could have been something that he could sign because none of it was guaranteed, or the majority of it wasn't guaranteed.
Crazy.
So when you hear that, what do you think about the Green Bay Packers and their approach because this isn't new, right? I'm not shocked. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is if this was the case, why did it take so long? And why did we say that everything was on the table, it was open to resolution, and then the resolution was our way or the highway?
Oh, no, you missed something. He said we need to get something back for our asset. So don't just make it seem like, no. The reason why they didn't cut him before, they were talking about we got to get something back for our asset. He said that. That's what Goody said.
Yeah,
that's why I'm confused.
And I just don't understand. It's the same old Packers. What's it going to take before the Packers learn that they need to be reasonable? I mean, it's really unbelievable how they treat veterans walking out the door. And you know what? If they want to cut somebody, if they don't see a guy as part of their plans for the next year or for the future, that's totally fine. Just cut him when you know, so you can let him find another place to be and move on. But they had this thing where they wait it out, and then when push comes to shove, they offer the player, whether it be Jordy Nelson or Jaire Alexander, sort of an insultingly low contract. Don't quote me on this, but I believe for Jordy Nelson, he's willing to come back, take a pay cut, and they offered him like
$2 to $3
million a year. That's a lot of money for the world. But that's insultingly low for a great NFL player. And I believe, I would guess, I have nothing to bank this on, but if Jaire's dad's saying that he was basically given a contract to play basically for free, he's probably played. They probably offered him $2 to $3, maybe $4 million with some low incentives, but probably not even getting back to where he is. So why don't they just cut him? The Packers feel this need, it seems, to add insult to injury by not just saying, you know what, it makes sense for us both to go our separate ways and we wish you luck. They give you this like insultingly low contract that no one's going to take. If you're working a job and you make $60,000 a year, and your boss is like, you know what, we want to go in a different direction, but you can come back but we're going to pay you $10,000 a year. You'd be like, what the heck? It's such a bizarre tactic. I don't understand it. It ruins goodwill that people have grown by being a Green Bay Packer. Aaron Jones felt the same thing, where it's just like either cut them early and let it roll, or give them a contract that's reasonable. This is not unlike if you are like trying to end a relationship with a girlfriend and you're just being unreasonable and being rude and you're just trying to poison the relationship as much as possible and making them break up with you. It makes no sense in professional sports world. I don't understand it. Either cut the man early and you're not part of it, great. Everyone go their separate ways. Or give him a real contract. This lower level insulting contract as they leave the door, it's a bad look for an otherwise reputable organization.
Quick question for you, Bradley, because you wanted to compete in your after your sixth year, you're second with the Jaguars. They drafted a punter, it was a Logan Cook, who recently got signed. He's still with the team.
Yep, he's doing
obviously
great.
He's very good.
Yes.
Cool. But what would have happened if you competed? Would you have been under contract, the same contract? Would you have needed a new contract? Or would you have preferred to go like are you happy they let you look elsewhere? Like, how does that all play out from that perspective?
Well, it's a good point. So they released me after the draft. So rosters were at 90. If I was released at that moment. If another team were going to bring me on, they'd have to cut somebody else to bring me on. I would either prefer to have been cut in like free agency. If they said, you know what, we know we're drafting a punter, we know we don't want Brad, let's just cut him now. So at least that way I could sign in an off-season program and actually be able to take a roster spot. They cut me at what I would say was a disadvantageous time for me, or I wish they'd let me just compete, be on a roster, have some pregame footage, and then do well and hopefully land on a different team. It goes back to like this middling path. I feel like they did with Jaire Alexander. Jaire is going to get picked up somewhere because he's that good. They should have just released him or traded him back then, or found a way to actually put him on the roster. It's just confusing to me why they're middling it. And from my experience, and maybe I'm a little bit jaded, cut me early or let me be a part of it as part of something reasonable.
Yeah, when I look at this, I love my Green Bay Packers organization. Y'all know I do. I love the G, but I will say this. When you're so successful and you win a lot, it leads to a sense of arrogance. And the Green Bay Packers have clearly shown that they're an arrogant organization at the way they run themselves. Because for me, what they did to Jaire and what they've done to so many other veterans is downright disrespectful. The way that they treat them on the way out the door. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Because what I don't like about this is that the Packers will build you up.
They do string them along.
But as soon as something comes up, they will cut you and they'll lowball you with those offers. And what's crazy to me is right now we're looking at two things, right? You had the Jaire Alexander situation where a guy did not play up to what they thought was the contract, right? And since the Green Bay Packers felt like he wasn't playing up to the contract, they weren't willing to pay him. They told him, we're willing to give you pennies and you can earn back what we want you to earn back. If you don't want it, oh well, right? They're willing to say that. But then on the other side, you have Elgton Jenkins, who is being a great teammate, I would say, with saying, you know what, I'm going to move from the guard position where I've been a really good, solid guy. I'm almost 30, and you're asking me to move to center. And now what you're asking me to move to center, I want to have some guarantees in there so I'm not ending up like these other veterans that you may release, and all of a sudden I'm losing on his money, and then I'm going to a market at a center position at the age of 30 where I won't get paid as much money. And the Green Bay Packers are dragging their feet on that, and they allowed for him to sit out of OTAs because they weren't ready to negotiate, I guess, with Elgton Jenkins. And so that's my biggest issue with the Green Bay Packers is the fact that when it came to Jaire Alexander and him not performing up to something, they're ready to move on from him. But when it comes to Elgton Jenkins, who not only has performed to the level of his contract, but also being a team player willing to have them sign another guy at left guard and him move into center for the betterment of the team, and the Green Bay Packers are not going to be in a rush to re-sign him or guarantee a deal, That's messed up about the Green Bay Packers. The arrogance of winning where you're always trying to get the best deal. Stop being Kyle Walls, Green Bay Packers. Be a real organization that likes to pay people.
Mike chimes in on the Carbliss Talking text line that tough decisions require tough leadership, fellas.
But if you want to, it was clearly a contract that says we don't want you. So why even offer it? Just cut him. That's what I don't understand.
I was also going to say tough decisions require tough leadership, but also at the same time, is this a position where you're in a place to be all above the player and just put your G in front of everyone and say, this is how we do it? I don't know why I went there, but I went there. Just wanted to sing.
I like that. Montel Jordan, baby.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. We'll get some more insight coming up next here, and we'll ask Jason our poll question of the day because it's based off Jen, Gabe, and Chewy's poll question and Wildy and Tausch's poll question. Jason Wildy joins us next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Backups along southbound 41 starting at about Good Hope Road all the way down to the Capitol Drive area. Northbound is backing up from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol Drive. Southbound 43 slowing from Good Hope Road all the way down past Silver Spring. A little bit past the Marquette interchange as well. And the northbound side slowing from Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keefe. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. The Toys take the stage this Wednesday. Gates open at 6. Live music starts at 7. Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies, slight rain chances. A high of 79 at the lake, 85 inland. Then tonight, partly cloudy, warm with a low of 65. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
And one of the reasons why Jaire no longer fits what they are doing is because he's not physical like he was until Najee Harris ran him over in 2021.
Wildy and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
That's just the reality. And Jeff Hafley relies on his corners to tackle and be physical.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's. It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot Wisconsin sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $400 off your awning or screen. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
Truck drivers, the job you have today might not be the one you want tomorrow, and that's okay. At Schneider, our transfer team is here to help you if you decide the job you picked isn't the right fit, or if you come across life changes that require a different schedule or home time. Last year, nearly 2,000 Schneider drivers transferred to different opportunities at the company that better met their lifestyle. Find the driving job that fits yours and your family's needs. Apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Sip into a flawless summer. Hey, it's KBN's Brad Nortman. Let Carbliss ready-to-drink cocktails be your passport to pool parties, patio hangouts, cookouts, and pure summer bliss. Carbliss is here to spark a summer of flavor and fun. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and of course, all the good vibes. From fruity flavors to refreshing fizz, Carbliss stands out in a sea of same old seltzers. See what flavors fit your summer. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbliss.com and enter to win a flawless summer prize pack today.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channel. Great family film.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're the big voice. That is Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Listen to Jason on Wilde and Tausch 9 to noon across these very stations. Jason, how are you?
Great. How are you guys?
Doing well as per usual. Just had a conversation about Jaire Alexander's dad entering the chat, saying, "Did you not hear about Jaire? No, not the actual chat.
He's not in the YouTube comments like Baron Sorrell's dad was during our show."
Correct. And I still get 99 Will Shine every day from Baron Sorrell's father on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. So it's good to see that he's still very excited for his son to be a Green Bay Packer. But Jaire's dad basically said the Packers had offered him basically next to nothing guaranteed. And so it just gets to the conversation of the Jordy Nelsons of the world, the Aaron Jones of the world. Why do you feel as if it took so long? Like, they clearly tried to trade him. Then we got to the resolution potentially phase, and the resolution was ending up cutting him. What's the purpose of throwing out such a low contract if it's not even attainable for the player to do?
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know why they kept this up, because he wasn't willing to take a pay cut, and he wasn't willing to do it for them. He wasn't willing to do it for somebody else that he'd be traded to. So it seems to me like it was just prolonging the inevitable. Now, the idea behind any sort of negotiation would have been to take the $16 million he was scheduled to make this season and guarantee some of it, and then have him have the opportunity to earn back the rest of it. I assume that they didn't want to guarantee any of it and just wanted it to be base salary, and then the rest of whatever's left would be incentivized, because they wanted the freedom to get to the end of training camp, and if he was a malcontent or whatever, then they were going to cut him. So, this doesn't surprise me at all.
But just real quick, in regards to the pay cut, it was reported that the star cornerback right here from this article said he was not willing to take a pay cut. That report may not have been true because of this quote from his dad. This is not true. Nobody ever said that he wouldn't take a pay cut. He wasn't willing to play for damn near free is a better quote. That was from Jaire's father.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're all those of us that are dads who just celebrate Father's Day. We're all going to be protective of our kids, whether they're 14, 20, 28 in Jaire's case. Again, I don't know what the offer, and what is an offer? Is it a conversation? Is it it's not like they've set on the desk a fully written out contract, I'm guessing. So they were, Goody classified it as conversations. But Goody's claim, so, Goody and Mr. Alexander can have a chat off in the chat, as you phrased it, because Goody basically said, look, they weren't interested in a pay cut, so there was really nothing to talk about. So whoever's telling the truth, I don't know, but if they never reach the point of saying, okay, how much do we have to take in incentives, and how much are you going to guarantee, not just make base salary, but guarantee, then there was no reason for him to be at the negotiating table. Because if you're willing to give up money in a pay cut and you're also still on the hook for your base salary and none of that's guaranteed either, then you might as well just push this to the end and get yourself cut, which is exactly what he did, which I maintain is still the smartest thing to do if they didn't have a lot of confidence in him. But, I guess I would say to Mr. Alexander, a lesson that I have learned myself as a parent is sometimes it's just better not to say anything. But I get it. He's defending his kid, and God bless him for it.
Jason, if there is any truth to what Jaire's dad is saying, let's say they did offer a very low contract, and who knows what that might look like to try to, incentivize him to come back. My concern is it reflects the trend of the Green Bay Packers, where they take veterans, because it could be Jordy Nelson or Aaron Jones or maybe now Jaire Alexander, veterans, and they just, instead of just cutting them, they offer an incredibly low ball offer that's almost insulting on the way out the door. Do you get the feeling that players in the locker room are aware of this? Because when I was in Carolina and Jacksonville, guys got wise pretty quickly as to how the organization does business. And I just feel like a lack of trust between players and organization is never a good thing. Do you have a pulse on if the players view that? Because I know Aaron Rodgers was sure upset when he reflected that several years ago.
Yeah, I would say this, Brad. I would say that if the Packers are trying to win the PR battle there, their thought process is, well, then we can say, hey, we made him an offer, right? That's what they did with Jordy. They also did it with Devontae Adams. Don't forget, they also did it with Devontae Adams, right? Jason. Like after they had chosen not to make any sort of offer whatsoever to him in training camp going into the 21 season, that they moved, that basically then they offered more than the Raiders on his way out the door. And I still have Packers fans who bring that up all the time. And so on those Packers fans, it worked, right? It worked because they're falling for the banana in the tailpipe because it's not really an offer. And so in the case of Jordy Nelson, for sure, because I know that there's multiple people that have told me this, that the offer to Jordy Nelson was 1 year, $2 million.
Oh my gosh!
And his own teammates, the quarterback and the wide receiver that they didn't want him preventing from developing into the number one. Well, everyone knew then that Devontae Adams was already the number one, and including Jordy, by the way. They were the ones who told Jordy, look, you can't take this. He was going to take it anyway because he wanted one more year with those guys and one more year with the Packers, and then he wanted to retire. So instead, he says no, but now you have plausible deniability. I don't know why we need to necessarily relitigate this other than whether it's applicable to Jaire Alexander. But that was in 2018. Jordy ended up getting, what, $14 million from the Raiders?
Yeah, anywhere from 12 to 14.
Guaranteed. Dang. And so the point that Rodgers and Devontae were making is, look, we love you, man. Like, we'd love to have you for another year, but this is disrespectful. And so that was basically their message is, look, you cannot do this. And my understanding is that Jordy was ready to take it just so he could have that one last season, a last dance, if you will, with those guys in 2018.
Well, Jason, what do you make of Goody's approach? Like, do you believe that he's on the right path of bringing a top-tier title-contending team to Green Bay? Because I think he's a very good general manager, but I am a little concerned about getting over that hump. Do you think he's doing all the right things?
Well, how can he be – right, I guess my question would be, how can you say that you believe he's a very good general manager, but then question whether or not they're trending toward being a championship team? Like, he's good, but But if you don't win titles, and maybe they win one this year, and he will be proven right with his plan and everything else. My thing is this: and Goody is just, again, if I was the general manager of the Green Bay Packers, it would be a complete train wreck. I'd have the oldest roster in the league. I'd have guys constantly injured. I'd have practice squad guys having to play extensively in key roles because all the best players were on injured reserve. But I think Goody, Aaron Rodgers isn't right all the time. But I think he's right about the viewing these guys as commodities in terms of, there's not going to be relationships here. He's like Brad Pitt in Moneyball. And so, it doesn't matter how you may or may not feel or how the coach may or may not feel about Mercedes Lewis, right? There's a guy that would have come back for another year instead of going to the Bears, right? And for next to no money. But Goody, and probably rightfully so, decided he was washed and didn't the value of his leadership or veteran experience was not as good as getting Ben Sims and having his potential. Doesn't matter how beloved Aaron Jones was. He got a guy who's 3 years younger for more money, but with more upside in coming years. He was right about that, right? I mean, now in fairness to Aaron Jones, he still had a 1,000-yard season. So it's not like Aaron Jones was a stiff for the Vikings, but I just think he divorces himself from the emotions. And good for him, because that job should require that in most instances, but maybe not in all instances. And I'm at the other end of the spectrum where maybe occasionally I wouldn't let my emotions factor into my decision-making, but more often than not I would.
Well, Jason, I was told you may need to go, so I definitely want to keep you on time. So we appreciate the time. It was really insightful stuff.
And a great horn. Thanks, Strofe. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
You would. That's Jason. Okay, all right, I get it. Jason Wilde.
DJ Strofe.
Of Wilde and Tausch. Listen to him 9 to noon across these various stations. Also, check out Road America, conveniently located between Madison, Milwaukee, Green Bay, and Elkhart Lake. It is IndyCar weekend, the 19th through the 22nd. If you have not gotten your tickets or don't have plans for this weekend, you still have time. Go to the 14-turn road course where IndyCar is going to be here. Kids 16 and under are free with a paying adult at the gate. This is one of my favorite weekends of the summer when IndyCar comes to Road America. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com. See all the great racers. They had a night race yesterday with some cool pyro out in St. Louis for IndyCar. That's coming right here to Road America in Elkhart Lake. roadamerica.com. Get your tickets today. I played pickleball with Alex Strofe.
Oh, that had
DJ Strofe.
DJ Strofe.
I have some thoughts. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A crash now on 41 northbound at Good Hope Road is going to be causing some issues. The left shoulder is blocked at this point, seeing some very localized delays there. Otherwise, northbound slowing from Mayfair Road up to Hampton. The southbound side slowing from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Westbound 94, watch for a quick tap of the brakes heading through the stadium interchange from 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And then on northbound 43, backing up from before Fond du Lac Avenue all the way to Keefe. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy, warm, a low of 65. Tomorrow, warm and humid, scattered storms, mainly at night, a high of 84. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies, they're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I think this is going to be one of those things that has to fully bake over the next 2 or 3 seasons, and this is laying the groundwork for them to be able to do so. Like, I don't think that organization has any illusions of, being close to a championship. As a matter of fact, Zach Kleiman, when he did his, postseason press conference, he says, we can't convince ourselves that we're close to competing for a championship. We're not close.
Right.
So I think that this is one of those moves that signifies them acknowledging we're not close. We need to do something dramatic. Trading Desmond Bane, one of the best shooters in the NBA, whether it's catch and shoot, whether it's pick and roll, whatever, one of the best shooters in the NBA. We're going to move off of him, that $39 million a year that he's making on his current contract. We're going to find a way to find more complementary pieces around our tandem of Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I got a message to play pickleball Saturday morning. And then I also got a message of the 4 people that were going to be playing with me. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman. One of the names on the group text was producer Alex Strofe.
Okay, now, Alex. You getting a little run in, huh?
Yeah, I play pickleball like every Saturday when I can make it.
Do they call you back after watching you play?
I've been playing for like 7 months now. Yeah?
What would be your self-evaluation? Do you think you're good?
Good's probably strong. I'm definitely not bad.
Okay.
Are you like, could you make a roster of a team, like a little pickup team?
I don't really know how that works considering there's only 2 people per team.
All I'm going to say is this. The bar has been set really, really low for Alex Strofe. We just put out a video on Twitter at ESPN Milwaukee, which you can find him doing push-ups. I literally don't know how your body, you don't have a butt. I don't get that.
That's not real.
We've seen you run a 3-cone combine drill. Millions of people have seen that video. It's really embarrassing. We've seen
Thanks for saying that. Yeah.
We've seen you attempt to throw a baseball on camera behind the studio, on stream, and it.
Don't forget to jump
9 days.
Yeah,
9 days. Don't worry.
Squat jumps.
Don't forget to.
We've seen you attempt to do squat. You've done nothing athletic in front of any of us.
Good point. Except
he can kind of play pickleball.
Really?
Oh, wow. He can kind of play pickleball.
Did you start by going after him, thinking like?
Well, it was actually
The answer is yes. He did.
I'm sure he did.
But like, I also his serve was so bad, it was so good.
But
like,
you said he was just good.
Like, no, I said kind. Remember, there's a
yeah,
kinda in front of it. Kinda. The kinda is a big
serve
word.
Is the one thing about pickleball I just can't really figure out that well. So I just do something really basic.
It's the most basic thing in the world, and I was just like,
I went on a 7-0 run against Ben.
What is the serve? Is it like an underhand?
It's underhand.
It's underhand, but like, so like, I'll like so I put spin on mine, or like, a little bit that way or that way. He just takes the ball. And it's like in beach volleyball when the person just takes the ball and just like underhand it and doinks it up in the air. It like confused me because I was like, is this gonna do anything? And it's Strofe. I was like, I can't like. I'm also impressed the guy on the other side. I was like, it's like one of those like I was just like, this guy can actually do something.
Wow.
At the net.
Wait, he can move?
So at the net, he can do pretty good. But that's where it gets ugly. Is when you said, wait, he can move? He'll hit it, and then if you hit it anywhere near where he has to move, he is cement on the court. He cannot move laterally at all. And when he starts running to try and save a ball, it takes him 8 years to get there.
Arms and elbows be moving.
But he can't stop.
What do you mean?
There's no break.
He has no his momentum, which is not moving fast.
He did that in the video.
He can't shift. He can't shift. Like it's like, all right, stop. He can't like come to his halt. He's got to blah 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 blah. Like, I don't know how to describe you. You're an enigma.
It was a really strange outing because, as Ben mentioned, I play pickleball typically on Saturdays. He typically plays on Sundays with a similar run, like the same people organize it. So we have never played together. And when I saw his name on the text, I went, "Oh bleep, this is not good." Right? If I was to have a few too many drinks on Friday, which I did not. Usually, I'm in pretty rough shape, and I don't play super well. I played fine, but he kept looking at me and giggling. Like from across. It went on for like 40 minutes.
Wow.
Anytime he made eye contact with me, he would giggle. And then we got paired up on the same team. And in my head, I went, I've got a big bro him right now.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So,
oh, my God. I was going to murder him.
He got so mad, and it was fantastic.
I was going to murder him.
He kept walking in the wrong spot. So I'd say, hey, Ben, you're up this time.
But, like, I always know where to end up. I just, like it's in the morning. But he'd be like, you're up. I'd be like, I want to murder you. Do not tell me where to go.
So Strofe was team captain.
Benny, yeah, he was.
I was. And Benny, when we were on the same team, how'd we do?
Of course we won.
We won.
I won every time.
We were dominant up front together. We were like Sarah Franklin and Anna Schreck from the Wisconsin football team. We were unbelievable.
I will say,
you guys got length, right?
We got length. We had everything
He used
covered.
his length, but if you hit it outside of the realm of his length, there's no stopping that freight train.
But you're a good enough athlete to help, aren't you?
No. But here's the thing.
No, because if it's at him and it's like a quarter of an inch out of his reach, you can't. Like I can't go from the other side and get there.
You put 6'1" Benny and 6'3" Strofe on the same team. I mean, we've got the entire court covered. It was great.
They didn't know what to do.
We were unstoppable.
I was just worried anytime he started running because he can't stop.
You got to make the kid. You got to make Stream Bing move.
But you have hope.
Wow. Thanks, Ben.
Not a lot of hope.
Hope for this sport.
I need Ben and Strofe to enter a tournament together.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
I wonder if we could beat Kyle and Brad.
I've never
Neither
played.
of them have played. So
Easy peasy.
If Brad and I had a couple, give us 3 games. By the third game, I guarantee you.
You'd probably need 3 weeks.
I would put $1,000 of my own money that I would not lose to you in a best of 3. With Strofe.
We would get a game.
No.
I don't know if we would win a best of 3. I've never played pickleball. I played wiffle ball.
Like I said, I'll put $1,000 of my own money right now.
Is it
wiffle
different?
ball's like
or
baseball.
paddle ball?
Wait, what? Did he just say wiffle ball?
Wiffle ball. Well, wiffle ball is in the or paddle ball. Maybe it's paddle ball with the wiffle ball.
Are you thinking like badminton?
No, paddle ball. We had paddle ball in high school.
This is exactly why I will put $1,000 of my own money.
And the holes in the ball.
Holes in the
I'll
paddle.
give you 25%.
Yeah, they had paddle ball. Y'all didn't play paddle ball.
I don't like what
Brookfield?
you're doing right now. You're making it seem like I'm a charity case, but I'm the second best player on this panel.
Who's better between Ben and Strofe?
Ben.
Brad would catch up to you pretty quick, just being a
he's an
natural athlete.
Yeah,
but I'm still not worried about them.
We should do this one day.
I feel good about it.
We have to now.
Team outing?
But like,
we have to get Brad to stay after 5, though.
But yeah, that's gonna be
depending on the day.
But we're rookies, though, Kyle. So that's what makes it hard. These guys play every weekend.
He's been playing for months.
So that's
and
not fair.
he still can't move.
Where's your chicken guy, dude?
I'm just saying, like, how do we get up to speed?
We're rookies.
I told you by game 3. Game 1 might be us filling it out. Game 2 will be more competitive. Game 3 we probably had a chance to win.
I would think so too.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, he had 7 months. He had
2-11 Strofe. They won't score more than 5 points.
Oh
yeah, no, they wouldn't.
Maybe not game 1, but by game 3, like Kyle said.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so
It
either.
takes more time than that. You got to learn like where to be and spacing and.
I don't know. We're both.
It's just smaller tennis,
decent.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more complicated than that, but yes.
Wait a minute.
man.
So if the ball, because can a ball hit the ground or no?
Yes, it can.
Does it have to hit the ground?
It does not.
Oh, if the ball
So
can
like
hit the
tennis.
ground,
So you
then
can volley it.
Yeah, it's like tennis in that regard.
Oh,
yes.
come on now. That's crazy.
Can I hit it anywhere?
No.
Inbounds, yes.
Yeah. But I don't like have to hit it to Strofe or Ben. I can like.
I can hit it straight down the middle
target
spot.
Strofe.
Well, no, I'm just gonna I'll
It
find
won't
your
work.
weaknesses and I'll place it.
I'll go straight into Stroke.
Look at them. They're already thinking they can place it, Strofe.
Place it. How hard would it be to
Did you
place
not
it?
just hear Ben? That doesn't work
Why not?
because I'm actually not awful.
No. Okay. All right.
They don't
sure.
believe you.
No, I don't.
No, they don't. They don't.
I don't. I'm
And
not
I don't
surprised.
Strofe, I don't blame them for not believing me.
Who did you play against? Were they athletes?
People that would have beat you.
No.
is
Were
just well.
they athletes?
You're not an athlete.
I used
Brad's
to be
an athlete.
No, okay. Okay.
You just said you used to be an athlete.
Okay.
How are
I
those
can
knees,
still,
Kyle?
I can still move.
Those knees okay?
Oh, Strofe, put him side to side. Okay, that has nothing to do with pickleball. Kyle is, you can't, no.
I don't know. Kyle's got a little bit of pop. He's got a little movement.
You don't have to grunt like it's tennis.
I feel good about Kyle.
Strofe,
He brings
what are you?
energy.
Why are you on your phone? I need you to be scouting.
I'm scouting.
You giving them too much confidence. That's the problem.
I'm just not worried about it. I'm glad the takeaway from Saturday was Ben was impressed with me.
Why do you need that much affirmation?
I didn't know. It's not that I need the affirmation.
Self-confidence.
Did you beat Ben when you guys played against each other?
No, he won every game he played.
Yeah, because Ben's a pretty good athlete.
He is a pretty good athlete. He can't turn it off, man. It's a little obnoxious.
Was he?
I actually swore at him at one point, and I immediately regretted it because we were beating him and his partner at the time. I think it was like 7-5 or something like that, and he was starting to chirp me a little bit. So I said, "Scoreboard, bleep."
Oh wow!
What did Ben say to chirp you?
I don't remember. Something pretty minute.
But then
Very minute.
But that's the problem.
And you said scoreboard?
Because
He
he's not-
scoreboarded
because
me
he's
like
not-
an idiot.
He's
But
not a competitor.
This is exactly why I beat Jesse Nelson in his own game of bowling.
Laughing and joking
I
because I knew we were going to lose.
I beat the doofuses.
You wait a minute. Wait,
No. You yelled scoreboard.
Oh no!
Look at him backtrack.
I think we won that set.
No, that would have been a game. You never won a set.
I think we won that game.
How many games are in a set?
Best of 3.
How many sets do you need to win?
2.
Also, it's 3-3-3. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Are we gonna make this happen, or are you guys gonna make all your excuses?
No, I mean, ain't no excuses.
Yeah,
I
I ain't
mean,
worried
I'll
about
give it a run. Yeah.
All right, Strofe, it's gonna be good for you to be on the W side.
How long is each set?
10 minutes.
Oh, really? How many?
So
up
a
to
full
15
game
points?
is what? 30 minutes?
We can do 2. We can do best of 3 of a best of 3.
Best of 3 of a best of 3.
Yes.
That
Oh,
confused
fun.
me.
That's 9 sets.
In
10
10 minutes a
games,
set?
9 games.
About an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Hell no! This ain't no. What y'all think? This is the U.S. Open?
That's normal.
US.
We played for 2 hours.
Yeah, I got. Me and Brad. Brad maybe have 40 minutes. I got about 55. He put in 5 minutes to get ready to get up out of here. You have a time limit, just like kids' games. That's crazy. Y'all really don't.
The only thing you do is run to all the BOGOs. I can tell you that much. And I will have a new BOGO coming for you on June 18th, so 2 days away from a BOGO. But now's your chance to try Ragu frozen pizza from June 12th through the 18th. 2 more days. Try the cheese, the combination, the pepperoni supreme, the inspired crusts are pizzeria style with Ragu-inspired sauces. So your family's favorite toppings. an Italian heritage, and a convenient family food. Ragu, Palermo's, all together at an affordable price. Try the new Ragu frozen pizzas by stopping at Metcalf's today. Also get your Screamin' Sicilians. Stopped at the local grocer. Have nice 4 Screamin' Sicilians sitting in my freezer right now. Frozen Pizza Friday. Can't come soon enough. We wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin Hour with Ben Brust and Alex Strofe, the athletes of the 4 of us. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Craig Counsell bobblehead that was given away, and we, just did a nice, soliloquy. Is that the right word?
Yeah, like a montage.
Like a Virgil.
Vigil.
Vigil. Vigil. A vigil. We did a vigil.
Vigil.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker. It's a 3. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe. A special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky. The drop stab. That's his favorite. And the 2.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the 2 of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey, have you heard this? Macy's is previewing our lowest prices of the summer on furniture and mattresses now before the sale starts Thursday. That means early access to July 4th deals on beautiful outdoor furniture sets, customer favorites like the Radley Sectional, and top mattress brands like Sealy, all at 20 to 65% off. So get to Macy's now to save big, beat the rush, and give yourself more time to relax on your brand new furniture from Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
If you're trying to get through your daily activities and you're noticing you can't because you're focusing more on your pain than being able to enjoy the moment, those are the patients that we're looking to treat because we can make a difference.
That's Dr. Ashley Caravelli, Milwaukee's medical director for QC Kinetics.
What we're doing at QC Kinetics is offering treatments that help with joint preservation. We use cutting-edge technology in our in-house lab to harness your body's natural healing powers and target the areas where you need them the most.
These are regenerative, non-surgical treatments, and QC Kinetics is the nation's leader, delivering lasting relief to tens of thousands of patients.
What we do know is that the sooner we start treatment, the sooner you'll see relief.
So don't wait another minute. See if you're a good candidate for these non-surgical treatments for joint pain. The consultation is completely free.
Weekend appointments available. Call now. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Summertime is the time for all the big events. Weddings, milestone birthdays, even corporate events. Elevate every event with Noble Catering, a premier craft caterer in southeastern Wisconsin, preferred by over 30 venues. Noble Catering is also the exclusive caterer of Villa Terrace, an east side event treasure. And coming in 2026, Noble's new headquarters, a 400-person event venue in the heart of Bayview called Brixton's Turn. Book them for your event at noblecateringco.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You just get the revenue, boy. Let's get it. So let me know what you can handle. Ready? Okay, come grab it. Here goes some extra. So if I'm busy, you can manage. Things have me bling dancing, needing $60 salary. Get it there and back. Tell the feds I need a challenge. My first offer was 30 years.
Well, we've had a poll off so far on ESPN Wisconsin. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning, 7 and 9 on 94.5 ESPN. They put out a poll very similar to a poll that I'm going to read in just a little bit here. They since deleted. Dang nabbit. I clicked Jen Latta.
Dag nabbit.
Which as well deserved. Which NFC North quarterback
4 minutes
has the most?
That's a good question.
Oh, he didn't hear me. He sucks at listening.
What are we going to do the last 4 minutes?
No, I said, what have you been doing the last 4 minutes?
I thought I had it up. I clicked Jen Latta instead of Jen Gabe.
No, you didn't think you had it up because you never confirmed you had it up.
All right. Jeez, I got the police on me right now.
Oh, the popo.
Golly. Hall monitor Strofe, you are from the school of Jesse Nelson.
I just like to do our radio show.
Yeah, I do too. And you're disrupting my flow.
No, your flow.
Dag nabbit.
Dang nabbit, I had a good flow.
Gee golly willikers.
Jimmy, one time when I was on the sideline, I was on the bench, Bo Ryan pulled a Jiminy Crickets, and I was like, what the? Like, he's calling us lots of other things. I had never heard of that before.
Jiminy Cricket.
Where do these words come from?
Who knows, man? Do you want the polls, or do you want to ruin the flow of what I had going on?
You got 2 minutes left to do a poll.
Jiminy Cricket's from Pinocchio.
I got 3 polls to read.
Yeah, Jiminy Cricket, character in Pinocchio.
So why are we yelling Jiminy Cricket?
Golly gee
He's
williker.
trying to not say the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, it's same initials.
What Jiminy Cricket?
It's the same initials.
Oh, I did not know that.
You did not.
Dag nabbit, same thing.
Goodness gracious.
Wait a minute. No, goodness gracious is one I use all the time.
Cheese and rice.
I do Jeepers Christmas. Anybody?
I like
heard
that one.
Yeah.
I've only heard that.
But
You know my favorite one
I
is-
think you're defeating the purpose, though, because half of Christmas is the Lord's name.
Fair points.
All right. Hall monitor again on my case.
My favorite one is Sheesh Louise.
All right, what are these called? Because last time we did this around this time, we were asking all of KBN Nation for Jacob Mizarowski nicknames, and they came through with about 100 of them.
Yeah.
These are legal expletives, is the way I view it.
Doggone it.
Doggone it.
That's like a Southern football coach.
Doggone it. Dang nabbit.
Yeah.
Did we say that one?
That's what you said.
That was the origin.
That was me?
Yeah,
oh, my bad. Sorry, you're right. I have no flow.
Dang nabbit's like a cartoon character.
It is, yeah. That's a tough one.
Shucksy Doodles.
Oh, shucks.
I've never heard Shucksy Doodles.
What?
I've heard Shucks.
I've
also never heard Shucksy Doodles. You made that one up, pal.
Criminy. Cripes.
Cripes. Oh, cripes.
Cripes. I use cripes all the time.
Cripes.
Instead of using the word is the expletive poop.
Oh yeah.
I just like saying, "Oh shoot."
Well,
shoot.
Yeah.
How about like our friends down under? Crikey.
Crikey.
Crikey. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Joe and the Boonies, as one of the biggest Benny believers out there, put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Brust. My 1,000 will be there. It's just they're not going to match it.
Yeah, I'm not putting $1,000 on a game I've never played before.
Yeah, I've never played it before, so I'm not going to put $1,000.
Weenies. Jim, Matt, Molly, and Madison, the Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. I continue on with these cheap people. 2 minutes.
A crash now on 41 northbound at Good Hope Road is going to be causing some issues. The left shoulder is blocked at this point, seeing some very localized delays there. Otherwise, northbound slowing from Mayfair Road up to Hampton. The southbound side slowing from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Westbound 94, watch for a quick tap of the brakes heading through the stadium interchange from 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And then on northbound 43, backing up from before Fond du Lac Avenue all the way to Keefe. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy, warm, a low of 65. Tomorrow, warm and humid, scattered storms, mainly at night, a high of 84. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The Golden Mast is offering relaxing rides on Okauchee Lake aboard their brand new Bay Runner pontoon patio. Enjoy 2-hour cocktail cruises on Thursdays and Sundays. Get tickets at goldenmastin.com. Private event rentals also available. Bigger boat, more people, more fun. goldenmastin.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We making noise.
G. Willikers is the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
For Pete's sake, Kyle, can you just be your normal self?
That was in a talking text line?
Yeah, that was from TJ 262. Oh, for Pete's sake.
That's a really good one.
Cripe's sake, Gee Whiz, Ope.
Oh, so Wisconsin. Oh,
G Willikers. As Chef Ed, I think this all started at Dang Nabbit.
Dang Nabbit. That sounds like from a
I've never heard this one from Tex. Darn it, the heck?
Darn it. I say darn it all the time. Darn it, what the heck? For somebody who used to not cuss until, I got a little bit older. Darn it, what the heck? What the helly? Now they would say.
What the helly?
What the helly?
What the Hallie?
Hallie?
Burton.
Hallie Burton.
Wait a minute. Are you Brad, are you for real?
Hallie's
He's for real right now, unfortunately.
I don't know who
Shows you how little of the NBA Finals he's watched.
Oh, Halliburton.
I swear I just said his full.
I just said
or somebody said his last name in full there.
No, you said, but you
don't get where what the Hallie comes from.
I thought that was like a singer, Hallie Burton, like a
Wait.
Holly Berry?
Does this go back beyond Halliburton?
Come on, wait a minute. You don't. Yeah.
What the Hallie?
Come on.
Yeah. What the Helly? What the Helly?
What the Helly?
No, that's not a that.
So
that's
Brad and
one of
I,
these-
this is no bit.
Yeah.
Brad, you and me right here.
Yes.
Kyle's got his headset off.
Y'all got to be kidding me.
Why should we know what the Hallie? I don't even think I'm saying it right.
Hallie.
What the Helly?
So you mean to tell me when y'all
This
heard
is
people
so
say
rough.
what the Hallie, y'all didn't realize where it came from? Y'all thought it just came from Tyrese Halliburton?
Yes.
Or Brad, you didn't.
Yes, I thought that was a Tyrese.
I've never heard that. What the Hallie?
You
Man,
never.
you didn't even know what it meant 30 seconds ago. What do you mean you thought it was about Tyrese Halliburton?
But like I could.
Is this like something everyone knows that Brad and I are left out on?
Craig even knows this. He even knows the artist.
Come on.
Yeah, even Craig knows.
Craig
this. It's
said
true.
the artist name. I was like, who?
It's in a song.
Dude, the song is like a it's a pretty popular song.
Are we gonna play the song?
Who sings it? Who sings it?
That some weird rapper name, but the song is like.
You don't even know who sings it?
No.
And we're the.
Oh my gosh! Play the clean version.
What the Hallie Burton? What the Hallie Bailey? What the Hallie?
Was he talking about Halliburton?
No, the song is called What the Helly.
I don't know it still. You, Brad?
No.
What the Helly?
What the helly? What the helly? What the helly?
Never in my entire life.
Does he say this over and over?
Yes.
And then he goes into.
Go to the part where
No. We're done with what the hell.
I've never heard that song in my whole life.
So y'all,
Never.
so you guys had no idea. Craig is more hip than y'all.
I've
Craig
never
is
heard
about to
that
be
phrase.
50. You guys are almost half his age, and you have no idea.
Craig Karmazin, CEO of Good Karma Brands.
Yes.
Host/co-host/ never know he's going to be there on Sunday Karma.
You know, I feel like
10 to noon.
Occasional host.
Occasional
in
host.
What avenue should I have heard that? Like,
Well,
where is that being played?
I don't know. You on Twitter, social media at all?
People are just playing that?
Yeah,
People are just playing. I'm with you, Brad. I don't know what they're talking about.
We just got through 2 games of the NBA Finals at Indiana where they play this quite often.
Like on ESPN?
No, like in the arena.
I'm not in the arena.
But the TV broadcast is.
I usually don't have the volume very loud.
No, you don't even have the game on. Let's just be honest.
I'll watch for a quarter and say, okay, I'm over it.
Oh, what the hell? I'm out of here.
What the hell?
So the whole
These
point
silly
is, he
teams,
says,
they're
what
not the Bucks.
The song is "What the Helly," and it came out a while ago. And then he said, "What the Halliburton? What the
Is that
Halle-Berry?"
the clean version, or that's like the actual version? Does he say what the
That is
Hallie?
That's the actual
We don't want to know if it's. We don't want to know any further questions because I read some of the lyrics and.
Oh, I've never read the lyrics. I don't listen to the lyrics.
Don't do it.
Do you,
Oh, what does he
wait,
say?
you don't listen to lyrics of songs?
No, I really don't. I listen to beats. I don't
So
really
you could
listen
be,
to-
but it's
I mumble
wedging
lyrics.
into your brain.
No. I mumble lyrics. I legitimately don't know half the lyrics to a lot of these songs. I will get them wrong. I'm notorious amongst plenty of people to know that. I don't know.
So a lot of your friends know that you're the don't know the words.
No,
guy.
I just know the melody.
Big beats guy.
Yeah, big beats. I don't listen. I don't know. There's songs that you'll play here that I don't know, like the rock songs. I just know the beats. Beverly Hills.
What I do want to do without interruption is read the polls that I tried to read not very long ago, where I was so rudely interrupted by Alex Strofe on Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Now with you, 94.5 ESPN, and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. This morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, their poll, which NFC North quarterback has the most to prove in 2025? Tied is Jordan Love and Caleb Williams. Next is J.J. McCarthy. And then Jared Goff comes at number 3. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I don't think there's any disagreements on the panel here.
No. I'm interested that they're tied, Caleb Williams and Jordan Love.
Yeah, what
but
the
it
hell?
sounds about
Why are
right.
they tied?
On Wilde and Tausch today, which NFC North quarterback has the most to prove in 2025? It is the same poll.
Oh, they didn't change the same.
They didn't change it.
Oh,
Copy and paste.
What is that called when you cheat? and
That is
copy?
plagiarism.
Plagiarism.
Yep.
Jesse plagiarized off of JGC this week.
What we can conclude is the results are fairly similar. 39% Caleb Williams, Jordan Love 35%, J.J. McCarthy 19%, Jared Goff 7%. Mark Tauscher says
by that.
Why?
Mark Tauscher says Jared Goff because the team under the most pressure, the quarterback has the most proof.
Yeah, I think there should be more of a case made for Jared Goff, just given that all of his success in Detroit has been under Ben Johnson, who's now the head coach of Chicago, right? Prove you can do it under a different coordinator. And obviously Dan Campbell not calling the plays in Detroit for the offense. So I think there's more of a case to make for Jared Goff. I think it's far and away the least pressure is J.J. McCarthy. It's effectively his rookie year. He's in a pretty safe situation. Even if he stinks, I don't think he's under a ton of pressure. It's a pretty low-risk move.
I mean, the pressure there is whether he feels it or not. We can go one by one. The pressure would be, well, Sam Darnold, although veteran, never really had a great full season and was able to do so with Kevin O'Connell. And fans are probably going to hope for the same results, even though it's a different player and a new quarterback. For Jordan Love, it's simple. It's all based off the fact that he gave us such a great tease in 2023 of what he could potentially be. Not saying he needs to play at that level over the entire 17 games. If he did, he would be the MVP undoubtedly. Because what he did at the end of 2023 helped propel into a new contract and being the franchise quarterback. For Caleb Williams, he was the number 1 overall pick. He sucked. They were no good. They lost 10 straight games.
Word. He underperformed.
Why are you so protective? Are you a Bear fan?
Williams sucks. Caleb Williams sucks. Caleb Williams sucks.
Kyle Wallace, the Bear fan.
Okay, first and foremost, Caleb Williams sucks. I mean, yeah, he sucks as as something, but not as.
Why are you protecting and backing him up?
I'm gonna back him up. I mean, he doesn't suck. He isn't great, but suck. I mean, 20 touchdowns.
Do you want me to
600
get rid of the hockey?
No. Keep it.
No. Don't keep it. He's a fraud.
He was the worst quarterback in the draft class so far. Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, in the first round.
First round, yeah. It's a pretty good class. I'm just saying.
He's better than
Penix. This looks better.
Penix didn't play really.
At the end of the season, looked pretty good.
All right.
Go ahead.
The
entire point was he's got a lot to prove. I didn't need to go into Kyle Wallace doesn't think he sucks anymore. And then, I mean, ultimately, I rank it Williams, Love, Goff, McCarthy. And for some reason, Tausch thinks Goff should be number one. And I can't I get it. I get the something to prove with the new coordinator. But then we just be doing a disservice to the guy who still went to a Super Bowl. Well, I know they traded him.
Yeah, so
he went to a Super Bowl with McVay and the Rams. He completely revitalized this team when Ben Johnson was a nobody.
That's true. He was.
You know what I mean? It's like he's the main cog of what they've been able to do.
I guess where I would back up Tausch to his point on the team under the most pressure. You lose the offensive coordinator. That's effectively rejuvenated Jared Goff's career. This is a team that's been a Super Bowl favorite or a Super Bowl heavy fighter the last couple of years.
Fighter?
I don't know what I was going for there.
Contender?
Yeah, heavy contender, whatever. And Goff just hasn't been able to get, over the hump of the NFC Championship game. So if he is going to help carry this Lions team to the long elusive Super Bowl for Detroit, he needs to be on another level. Now, I think the point with Goff is nobody expects him to be a top 5 quarterback, which is where you could easily make the case for Jordan Love being under more pressure because he needs to get back to that level we saw at the end of 2023. The Caleb Williams one is really interesting to me because obviously number 1 overall pick. I've said it many times. I thought he was walking into one of the best situations, if not the best situation ever for a number 1 overall picked quarterback.
You forgot what team he was going to.
Correct.
And the offensive line.
The coaching part, certainly I did not take into effect there. But now think about this offseason. They reload the offensive line. They add another tight end. They bring in the hottest head coaching candidate. I don't mean that by looks.
Oh, there's a lot of hot head coaches, so I don't think Ben Johnson is up there in the top 10.
No, not in best looking.
Wow. No. You have a top 10 of best looking head.
I don't have him off the top of my head, but there's some hands.
There's some really
he's
good
probably least handsome. He's
kind of
in the NFC North.
He's kind of
it depends how you view Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
if you like the Silver Fox or not.
I think O'Connell and McFleur. You did that last week.
I did.
O'Connell and LaFleur are hot.
Yeah, good looking.
And maybe I'll say good looking. I don't need to say hot. I'll just say
no. You can say hot if you want. Whatever.
O'Connell and LaFleur are good looking. I am
handsome.
They're very handsome men. McVay handsome. So those are top 3.
Yeah.
I think Shanahan's kind of handsome.
Wow, it looks like you have a type, huh?
Who's the dude in Carolina? Dave Canales. He's good looking.
He's good looking.
Dave is. Well, Kyle's got me thinking.
Trying to think of some black ones or something not white, huh? You like whiteys? That's okay. Hey.
Coaches in the NFL.
Black head coach in the NFL. Just say Mike Tomlin. He's hot.
I think
he's not my type.
Who's the Texans?
Your type, huh?
Who's the Texans head coach?
D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah, D'Amico's hot. D'Amico's strong. Good jawline.
This is so
tough.
weird.
Just let him go.
Okay.
Start naming coaches.
Mike McDaniel.
Not into him.
Okay.
Mike McDaniel.
Why not?
I don't know. I
got
think
swag.
he's kind of a tryhard. Like he's got to do this goofy thing. He reminds me a lot of you.
Oh
wow.
Do I have swag?
No.
Okay. Did you say Shanahan yet?
Yes, into him.
Jim and John Harbaugh.
I was just about to bring up the same name.
No, they're like
oldies.
But John,
you don't like old people.
I would say like, I think John's handsome for his age.
Okay.
I think Jim's a dork, but I like him.
So you're not into old guys either.
How about Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland?
Oh, good one.
Nah, he doesn't like that. Too hard working. He likes the pretty ones. He likes the pretty boys.
Wait, Stefanski's beard is
Stefanski's
so
pretty.
well groomed.
I know.
He's a pretty guy.
I guess I'm not a beard guy. I'm not a strong beard guy.
Oh, interesting.
But LaFleur has a beard.
Yeah, but his is very manicured.
See, he likes pretty boys. He likes pretty boys. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Take a little bit of time, invest in themselves.
Any more brain busters?
I guess Andy Reid probably doesn't fall into this. What about Sirianni in Philly?
He's probably too much for him.
No, I mean right now he's got some clout. Super Bowl.
Don't forget about Vrabel in New England.
Oh, Vrabel.
Nah, he's too alpha.
Oh yeah,
that's a little scary.
A little bit.
You're a weirdo, man.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm just comfortable with.
No, I don't really look at him like that. I've never thought of.
You don't think you're telling me you don't think Matt LaFleur's a good-looking guy?
No, Matt. I mean, I'm around Matt LaFleur. He's a well put together guy. Yeah.
But why wouldn't you say he's a good-looking guy?
He's a handsome gentleman.
Sean McDermott, Buffalo.
Nah.
Too rugged.
Too rugged. Defensive guy. Special teams guy.
Zach Taylor in Cincinnati.
No, but you made me think.
Todd Bowles in Tampa's pretty handsome.
Oh, Todd Bowles is very put together.
He's a Wisconsin though. He's got Sugar Daddy written all over him.
He's got some like drill
Todd
sergeant
Bowles?
vibes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an older gentleman.
But why is that? Why is that Sugar Daddy?
Because they're older. Sugar Daddies are typically older, bro.
Are all the older coaches?
Raheem Morris in Atlanta. He's got a nice smile.
I think he's good looking.
Pete Carroll for his age,
Hell
especially.
no.
He's a good looking 70-year-old man.
Amazing.
You know who's not bad looking, although he will be likely looking for a job after the season, is the Titans' second-year head coach, Brian Callahan.
Oh, is that he's the son
I don't
of?
even know what he looks like.
I know what every head coach looks like. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, Callahan's okay. I would say that the Jacksonville head coach, Liam Cohn.
Oh, yeah, he's a redhead. You don't like
Duval.
Or is he not a redhead?
Duval.
Oh, wow.
Duval.
Uh-oh, Brad's just going to laugh now forever. We got the Duval going.
I think he went through almost every single NFL team, Strofe.
Banger.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I found a top 10 in there somewhere. And the number one on my list when I need a car wash is Tsunami Express.
Oh, Tsunami Express is always number one, and you're going to learn why. When you drive away, it feels like it's a brand new car. I'm not going to lie. It's an experience that you are going to want to go to over and over and over. And perfect news for you is you can do that with a low monthly price of the membership situation that they have. I myself is a ceramic member, so I can go day after day after day, and I can enjoy Tsunami Express's state-of-the-art wash technology. You experience it when you drive in. You roll into those tracks, and it takes control of your car, and it legitimately feels like you're in a tsunami of suds and water, blasters and air. You walk away, and that car looks like you just drove it off the lot. I know, that's how I feel. Not only that, from the inside, though, there's powerful free vacuums, mat washers, everything you need for an inside and outside clean that only Tsunami Express can deliver. And the people have spoken. They love Tsunami Express just like I do, so they're expanding across greater Milwaukee. New Berlin, you're the next one up. Tsunami Express will be opening there next month, so more people can enjoy beautiful-looking cars in the summertime here in Wisconsin. So why wait? Make sure that car that you paid so much for is always looking nice. Tsunami Express Car Wash is the only way to do that. Wash, chill, repeat with Tsunami Express Car Wash.
Somehow, some way, Desmond Bain was traded for 4 first-round picks.
I thought you were talking about the dude from Batman.
That Bain would deserve 10 first-round picks. This Bain, people are shocked that he got 4. I am not suggesting that the conversation next segment is what would you trade Giannis for. I just want to know what the hell his value is. Like, do teams have enough to even trade for him? If Desmond Bain is going for 4 first-round picks, Giannis himself could like ruin a franchise. What do you want, Kyle?
What, the Desi?
Another inside joke that Brad and I don't know.
I don't get it.
Dude, we were just talking about what the hell.
Dude, it's just a play
on words.
But Desi doesn't even sound like
Hallie.
It's a reach, Kyle.
Hallie, Desi. I mean, it's just what the fellas. What the? Jeez Louise.
Desmond Bain, 4 first-round picks. What in the world would Giannis go for? What would Giannis go for? Honestly, I don't even know. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
So they are lucky. Those other teams, whether it's Kentucky or whether it's Oregon or was it TCU?
That was TCU.
TCU, they're lucky I didn't play in that game. You got upset by a bad team, TCU.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, we still have an accident right just south of Good Hope Road, off on the left shoulder, so watch out for that. Then more delays from Appleton Avenue all the way down towards Capitol Drive. Northbound's backing up from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to about Hampton. Southbound 43, the Good Hope delays are starting to dissipate a little bit. Still a little bit backed up heading into the Silver Spring area. And then you're back on the brakes from North Avenue down through the Marquette. Northbound's backed up from just before Fond du Lac Avenue up towards Keith. Traffic is brought to you by the Golden Mast, now offering relaxing rides on Okauchee Lake aboard their brand new Bay Runner pontoon patio. Enjoy 2-hour cocktail cruises on Thursdays and Sundays. Get tickets at goldenmastin.com. And checking the TMJ4 storm team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, warm with a low of 65. Tomorrow, warm and humid, scattered storms mainly at night, high of 84. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Is this going to be the case where we're going to look back and say, man, did Green Bay really screw up by cutting Jaire Alexander?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
My answer is going to be no. If Goody was banking on bringing back Jaire and counting on him being the number one corner, that would have been gross negligence by Brian Gutekunst.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Set sail this June for a boundless bounty at Potawatomi. Come aboard, and you might win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Boundless bounty this June at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic. We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds.
Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big?
3/4 carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win.
Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one?
Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too.
It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free.
That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live features The Toys this Wednesday night. Gates open at 6 with music starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with The Toys.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Set sail this June for Boundless Bounty at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. It's a treasure worth $300,000 in cash and prizes is up for grabs. For your chance to win, just play your favorite slots. 40 winners each Thursday. The $300,000 Boundless Bounty happens this June. Don't miss it. More info at Potawatomi.com. Must be 21 years or older and have a rewards play card to play. Will John Horst get this right the next 2 years? Open-ended. Whether he ends up deciding to... I don't know if he has that much power. Ownership have to make that decision. Will he make this right? Because there's so many scenarios in which, yes, we all feel like Giannis comes back. Everything's pointing to that. Comes back. They're a 6th seed this year. Then they use up all the cash that they have to try and make him even more competitive for the next year. And then he's on a contract year. Then he could be gone. You get nothing for him. So the only reason why I bring it up, because I'm not suggesting this, but you have to. at least bring it up. 4 first-round picks for a guy that's never been an all-star? 4.
Sheesh, Luis.
Never been an all-star. Giannis has all by his name. All NBA blank, all NBA blank, all NBA blank, MVP, Finals MVP, NBA champion. Like, I don't even, like, you'd have to give the whole roster and 15 picks based off the Desmond Bane trade to get Giannis himself.
No, the Milwaukee Bucks would have picks in the 2040.
Yeah,
because you can't give up back-to-back picks, but they would have picks up to 2040 and pick swaps into 2040. I'm so serious.
Yeah, and when it comes to John Horst pulling this off, will he get it right? My answer is no, he won't. I mean, we look at what the product we have now. Struck while the iron was hot, got an NBA championship. Short-term thinking to take advantage of a prime window, which they had, which I applaud. You'll never take away that 2021 championship. But what you're dealing with now, I don't see how it ends well for the Bucks. Let's say the Bucks even trade Giannis. Let's say they do it this summer before training camp. Well, you're going to get a boatload. I don't even know how much it could possibly be. It'd be an indescribable sum, a king's ransom, if you will. What's John Horst going to do with that? Like, he hasn't shown to be a good drafter. Who's going to be able to come here as a free agent? I just don't think he can build a championship team, even if you do have 14 draft picks. And if you keep Giannis, they have so little resources to be able to build a team.
This next year,
I think if Giannis comes back, the Bucks have 2 years. But let's just get rid of next year. Do as best as you can. You probably make the playoffs. You get bounced first round. The next year, you got to make the Eastern Conference Finals. You got to get that close to prove to Giannis they're still a championship team. And I don't see how he does it that quickly to convince Giannis to not go to free agency and handpick the best solution for him. So I don't trust John Horst to do that. He's proven to me that he can't balance long-term and short-term and put together a championship team consistently. And I just don't see how my mind can be changed to think that over the next 2 years, Giannis or no Giannis, this team's going to return to championship form anytime soon.
Listen, I don't believe in John Horst either, because really when you think about it, the Magic made that trade for Desmond Bane because they see a window of opportunity. They see the Celtics are going to be down a little bit. They're seeing what the Indiana Pacers did. The Indiana Pacers were a 4 seed, and when we played the Pacers, not one time did we ever think, oh, man, we're watching a team that's going to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. We were talking about, have your fun, wait until you run into the Cavaliers. You know what they did to Cavaliers? They ran right through them. The number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference this year, and dang near one of the best teams in the NBA regular season this year. So all it lets you know is that there is an opportunity for the Milwaukee Bucks to actually build an organization and a team around Giannis that can elevate to the level where they can get to an NBA Finals, but we don't believe in him. If we had a GM that we believe was capable, he's done it once. He got us to a championship. He's done it. But he has not done it for us lately. And again, I talked about it before. The Nuggets moved on from Calvin Booth, who was their general manager, after getting them to a championship and a team that was built to get to a Western Conference. They almost a Western Conference Finals. They end up losing to the team now, OKC, who's in the Western Conference, in the NBA Finals. But they still moved on from a guy who won them their first NBA championship. And so the Milwaukee Bucks at a certain point have to evaluate and see, does John Horst have the ability to build a roster and rebuild a roster around Giannis? And he has done nothing to show us that. It's not for him attempting to do it, but when we look at what's actually happened on the court, it has not worked out. So I have zero faith that John Horst will be able to take advantage of the next 2 years that we guaranteed to have with Giannis.
Let's go to the Carbliss talk and text line. We'll start here with Ron in the Key. Ron, you're up on the Carbliss talk and text line.
The reason why you guys should have faith in John Horst is because you still have Giannis to build around. The fact that Giannis is still here is what Horst has done.
But Giannis
he doesn't make
isn't
the
enough
Drew
to
trade.
win a championship.
What are you talking about? How can you possibly look at the East next year and not think that he isn't? And as far as Denver, what happens if Kyle Murray has the injury that Dame has? Like, Denver isn't in the finals either. I don't know what you guys think.
Who's Kyle Murray?
What would Horst have done?
Who's Kyle Murray, Ron?
What would any of you guys
Ron,
do?
hit it again.
What would you guys
Who's Kyle Murray? Who's Kyle Murray?
You guys know what I mean. What would you guys do?
Gotcha. You had good momentum too, Ron. You had it. But we got to do the record scratch.
What would you guys have done differently?
That's the thing.
Draft better.
Yeah, draft better. That's Point blank period. Because you know what? Jamal Murray.
He's drafting in the second round.
No, but he also has first round picks as well that he's missing on. He's missing on him. You remember the guy?
His missing
Marjan Beauchamp. Come on now, stop it. He's missed too many times in the first round, and there's other teams that have found a way to find at least one guy in the 20s, and the Milwaukee Bucks can't do it. Stop making excuses. Yes, he made swings, but he missed. It's okay. I agree. I like he made swings, but he missed. And if you miss when you swing, your ass got to go.
No, so when they swing, you're not happy. When the Brewers don't swing, you're not happy. When the Packers don't swing, you're not happy. But the Bucks did swing, and they kept Giannis, and you're not happy.
But there's one general manager for a championship window. There's another kind of general manager to build a team.
Thank you, Ron, on the key. Good call from him.
That was a good call. But I don't think he's equipped to build the team. He inherited a team with Giannis on it already, with Chris Middleton on it already. So already had the foundation of a championship team. It was just a matter of moving a few pieces here and there. But now those assets are gone. And he won't be able to do that again. It's a rebuild around.
What are you smirking at?
I think Ron makes a good point. Kyle, are you ever happy?
Kyle was speechless after Ron said that.
Wait a minute. I don't complain about the Milwaukee Brewers and Matt Arnold because I understand what it is, and that organization. They draft very well, they sign well, and they develop. Look at Quinn Priester. What happened? He was a guy that was dang near a castaway. He's coming around, and he's pitched very well. So for me, I don't complain about the Brewers. My only complaint with the Milwaukee Bucks is the fact that not that John doesn't make trades, but the fact that he's missed with first and second round picks. You have to build your roster with first and second round picks. You got to do something.
So you are happy?
I completely disagree with you. The way that the two teams that are in the NBA Finals have done it have been getting a ton of picks and getting a ton of picks within a spot where you can draft players that make an impact. Even the Pacers, if you look at the roster, they may not have started Indiana, but they were lottery picks. Not 20 to 34 or 20 to 40, anywhere from the back end of the first round to the early part of the second round. That's where the Bucks live in drafting.
So you would trust Giannis, or you'd trust John Horst with lottery picks?
I'd give him. He'd have it's hard to know. He's never had one. How can you that's what I'm trying to say here.
But not every great player was a lottery pick. There are some that find their way to
Of course not, but the odds are obviously against us. Now you're talking on both sides of your mouth because you have the same guys complaining about the first round draft picks from the Packers.
To get somebody serviceable over the course of
there are 2 rounds in the NBA draft.
No.
And the second rounders rarely make it.
And who's anybody that he got that was worthwhile.
What we're not finna do, we're not gonna let him get away with drafting DJ Wilson with the 17th overall pick. That's right outside the lottery. That's not in the 20s. He drafted DJ Wilson. Look, you shut up then, didn't he? Yeah, because DJ was trash. All right, so we can't let him get away with stuff like that. And we can keep going down the list of him just not drafting guys well.
Because where are those picks, Kyle? You found your outlier. Now make the rest of your argument.
Dante DiVincenzo, he had and he traded him away. That was probably one of the better picks that that's probably might be the best draft pick that he's made.
Could have drafted Kyle Kuzma in the 2017 draft instead of DJ Wilson.
I mean, maybe Kyle Kuzma's had a better career than DJ. DJ Wilson is kicking it, chilling somewhere.
And the reality is, you don't need an MVP level guy. You already have that with Giannis. You need guys that are quality core players that you can run 7 deep with. So I think you can find that in the 20s and 30s.
It's not how they're going to. That is not how
starters.
Without Giannis, it doesn't matter where they're drafting, in my opinion. But where they've been drafting, it's not a spot where you're gonna likely land these type of role players that you're seeing in the NBA Finals.
You can't tell me that you can't find a role player in the back of the first round. You just can't. You can't tell me you can't find one.
Go look at all the other names around them in those past years that they've missed. There's not a lot of guys that you're going to be like, oh, and by the way, playing that game, it's ridiculous. I know we do in the NFL, but
asking somebody to do their job at a decent, not even at a 100% level, but a 20%.
To Strofe.
I'm not making excuses. I just want to point out when John Horst drafted DJ Wilson, that was day 6 on the job for John Horst. He was the GM for 6 days.
Okay, that was a bad start.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just pointing that out.
Tell us about your friends at UWD.
Well, I
maybe looking with those thick glasses you have to read all those draft picks. You can tell us how you look out your windows.
Well, one thing I tell you is there's no excuse with UWD because you will be satisfied, just like I am satisfied with Universal Windows Direct. And I'm telling you this right now: if you're a homeowner like me, you know how it goes. You work hard for your home. You take pride in it as well. But let's be honest, there's always something, right? Always something to do. I was looking in my backyard saying there's always something. And there's always a project that needs attention. And sometimes the big ones, like replacing old windows, get pushed to the bottom of the list. Push no more, because I have a great deal for you to improve your home with Universal Windows Direct. You can get payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. That gives you a full year to enjoy the comfort, savings, and curb appeal before you ever have to make a payment. I've worked with Universal Windows Direct, and I can tell you from my personal experience, their team is absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you, Jamie Shea came in, did a great job. The crew came in. They were in and out within an hour. It was fantastic, and I absolutely love my windows. And I want you to have that exact same satisfaction in your home with your windows with my friends at Universal Windows Direct. Call them today for your free in-home consultation at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Whew. Kyle's an angry elf today.
I don't think I was that angry. I'm just frustrated, right? Like, I'm just overall frustrated that he just hasn't found a way to build the roster around Giannis through drafting at all. I mean, AJ Green's nice, but it isn't like amazing. And then when you get guys, you ship them off and you trade them, or you get guys that you have that was starting. I'm sorry, his name is escaping me. The kid from Jackson, Ajax.
Oh, yeah,
Andre
yeah.
Jackson. Andre Jackson, who's playing great defense, and then all of a sudden he does nothing. Tyler Smith, we had him on our show, right? He was only a rookie last year, but he got no ticket. At some point, I want to see some of these young guys actually contribute on this roster. Chris Livingston, we can keep going on and on. What are we doing? What are we doing?
You're asking guys that aren't actual.
Well, can we get for real? Like nobody? What a waste. Trade all the picks. Trade them all.
Go look at all the draft picks from 20 to 40 over the last 10 years.
Andrew Nimhard, 31st overall pick in the draft, in that draft. Nikola
AK, every team in the league passed on him once.
Yes,
including the Milwaukee Bucks.
So, like, again, you're just like trying to get mad at something right now because he used all of his trade assets.
What should we expect then?
What should you expect? For them to spend money because they're not going to be able to rebuild it with where their draft picks are at. And if you trade Giannis, then it's a different story. But with Giannis here, which we all want, it's going to be hard for them to build a group of a young core with where they're picking. That is reality.
Why do they even have draft picks after the lottery, I guess? What's the point?
To try and find sleepers.
What's the point? What is the point? Because we ain't never found a sleeper. Because if we did, they still sleep.
Not many have.
They all sleep.
More next. They are all still asleep. I actually agree with you there.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like, he's just, I am Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we've got some delays along southbound 43, mainly from just before Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette, down to the KK River crossing. The northbound side's backing up from just before Fond du Lac Avenue to Keefe. Westbound 94, a little bit backed up from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. After that, you are good to go. On the eastbound side, it's tightening up just a bit from 76th Street to Holly Road, and then again coming out of the Stadium interchange. Traffic is brought to you by Comfort Awnings. Extend your outdoor space with a retractable awning or screen like I did with my friends at Comfort Awnings. Custom designed to fit your home. Get your free estimate at comfortawnings.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, warm with a low of 65. Tomorrow, warm and humid, scattered storms, mainly at night, a high of 84. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Truck drivers, are you tired of an outdated truck hurting your paychecks? At Schneider, we add new trucks to our fleet every year to keep drivers moving and racking up the miles. Our easy-to-use technology is designed to keep you safe and comfortable while also boosting your income potential. So, are you ready to get behind the wheel of a more reliable ride? Find jobs near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Summerfest is almost here, and we're going to send you to all 9 days. It's Summerfest on us. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to bring a friend and have the best summer ever at the big gig. Summerfest on us. Register today in the ESPN Wisconsin app under the Contest tab.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman. A big focus in America today is your health. And you can't be fully healthy if you are not physically mobile to do the things you want to do. If you're someone that keeps on experiencing that joint pain, then you need to visit QC Kinetics. When I go to QC Kinetics' Greenfield location, I am amazed at everything that they have to give you your life back and finally fix that pain that you're experiencing. Everything they do is top of the line. From the free consultation where you can get an ultrasound of your joints and see what is nagging you in real time, to the effective and long-lasting treatments of PRP and stem cells that they offer to give you long-lasting pain relief. Be one of the tens of thousands of other patients who now have a pain-free life because of the treatments they received at QC Kinetics. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
And now for the Pella play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Gina Della from Pella. What a beautiful day to have new windows and doors installed.
Every day is beautiful because Pella installs year-round during all seasons.
And as Pella goes into another windup, it's so hard to guess that next pitch. The customizations seem endless.
And it doesn't have to be super expensive. Pella has a product line for every budget.
And if it is time for a major upgrade, rest easy by scoring no interest and no payments for up to 2 years.
Pella also provides a free in-home consultation, which includes a no-obligation quote.
That's always a great play because working with one of Pella's design experts is such a wonderful, no-pressure get-together. I know this from experience.
With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the USA, you can get the look you want at a price you can afford.
And there's no reason to wait with this incredible deal going on.
Get no interest and no payment for up to 2 years.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply in 6/30/2025. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad.
The sun is shining brighter and stronger, and I love it. You know why? Because the Princeton Club pool is amazing. Dropping off my daughter to get a workout in, working on that strong mind with that body, built by Brad Nortman nutritionally.
Yeah.
Built by the Princeton Club with the weights. Give me a stronger mind and helping have a strong community. Something for everyone. Going there with the family. But that free childcare open 24/7, and they have new equipment coming in all the time. I'll look left, be like, oh, they're bringing in new bikes. That's nice. Oh, some new treadmills. Oh, some new weights. Oh, some new this. Always investing in the club so that you feel it and you don't need to go anywhere else. Check out the Princeton Club for your better tomorrow. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Do you have faith John Horst will get it right within the next 2 years?
Dude, you didn't answer the question. You did all this defending of John Horst. I know you believe.
I did.
A Johnny believer.
Oh.
No, it was funny. I was thinking to myself during the break, I was like, how did I get into the argument where I became the John Horst defender?
Yes, put your stamp of approval on John Horst.
Well, the biggest thing that I will say is he does his due diligence. He makes moves, but there are some that have worked. And there are some that I think back and like,
You know,
the biggest thing I was defending from John Horst is it becomes, as we know, later in any draft, the better players early. And
100%.
It's in a tough spot for them to find players, and not that you can't, right? I shouldn't be making excuses that he can't find them. I'm more so saying over 5 years, it's more likely that 1 or 2 versus all 5 hit. Now, to your point, Kyle, there hasn't been that many that hit, but you mentioned Dante DiVincenzo's name. I can't believe they traded Dante DiVincenzo for Serge Ibaka, who didn't even play.
Ouch.
Second-round picks I don't really care about, but it's not a great look that you traded for someone that really didn't contribute to the team for 5 second-round picks.
No, it's not.
But you also have to give him credit for bringing Drew Holiday in, who was one of the biggest factors of adding to the foundation that you guys mentioned of the Bucks that he fell into. He did add to that foundation and did build a championship team. Now, the consistency of him doing it, I don't know if it's there, right? He took a swung at Dame. And now you're thinking to yourself, it's not his fault because all of us were we were on the damn air when it happened.
Yep.
And we were on for an extra hour. Everyone was all in. But if we could do it over again, not even injury related, you look at how these teams are built in the finals. They have depth. They have multiple guys, multiple lottery picks.
Chris Middleton wasn't healthy enough. It came down to Chris Middleton's health. Well, and Giannis was.
But what I'm saying, Dame hasn't been healthy either. So if you were able to at least have some other guys you traded for, you're going into next year even without Dame feeling better than you probably do right now.
And the thing about Horst as well is
but you can't take that back. And none of us can blame him for trading for Dame.
No, he'll overspend to get a guy, which I appreciate that, but we can't sit here and appreciate somebody and then ignore their flaws. You can't do that. That's just what it is. As a general manager, his job is to put together a full team. And so you get judged in different buckets. And just because you have a bucket of aggression doesn't mean I'm not going to criticize the bucket where you're failing at.
Yeah, and we can applaud him for what he did, which he was a mastermind at certain trades to get Drew Holiday in the first place, and Dame seemed like it was a home run. He has an ability to see the need and pull off a trade. Don't know if he has the ability to evaluate and draft well, and that's just my concern going forward. Is if you're going to trade Giannis, you're going to have a ton of draft picks, but we're not sure he can draft well. We've never seen it in the lottery, picks, which Ben said.
Never. That's crazy. Never.
It's because he trades all of his picks to get players. That's been his strategy.
Never.
I just don't know what it looks like with so little assets now to get to a championship level team quickly. It's a hard position they've been painted into.
He should protect Giannis at all costs would be my advice. Like you should protect what matters most to you with Grimal and Associates. They specialize in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. They have conversations to know where you're at in your life. Clients aren't policies. They're part of the community of Grimal and Associates, serving the greater Milwaukee area for over 30 years with their personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and a genuine commitment to the people they serve. Grimal and Associates isn't just selling insurance. They're building those relationships. When you have relationships with people, you can provide them the right service and give you peace of mind for life's most important moments. And I can tell you as a younger father, when I say younger, I'm not talking about my age. I mean like a newer father. Those are the things I'm thinking about every day I wake up. How can I protect my family and those who matter most to me? You can do that with Grimal and Associates. Visit them today at teamgrimal.com. That's team GRAMOLL.com. Brian Bulaga, former Packer. Ooh, voice crack. Joins us next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Ben's pretty good at impersonations.
Hey, he's pretty good.
I either crush him or suck at him.
He's pretty good at faking it.
Yeah, being a faker.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Greg Matzik, Ben Brust, and Jen Latta.
If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything, you take it.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Summerfest welcomes Def Leppard. This Thursday night, American Family Insurance Amphitheater during Summerfest. Get set to get rocked, Def Leppard, with special guest Tesla. Tickets on sale now at summerfest.com and Ticketmaster outlets. Def Leppard. Brought to you by Summerfest.
The Protect the Package golf outing takes place on August 16th at Ironwood Golf Course. Come be a part of the most unique outing in the state while helping loved ones battle cancer. Proceeds benefit the This Time Tomorrow Foundation. Sign up your foursome at thistimetomorrow.org under the Events tab.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes. From a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable.
Oh, blocked by James!
Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan, open! Chicago with the lead!
Unforgettable awaits.
Anything possible!
The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV continue on ABC.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh, and if you're a homeowner like me, you know how it goes. There's always a project that needs attention, and sometimes the big ones, like replacing old windows, get pushed to the bottom of the list. But I'm telling you, this is the time to finally check that box with Universal Windows Direct. They're running their home improvement season sale, and the offer is just too good to pass up. You can get payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County,
I do want to add on YouTube, Sis Pack Abs. I also cannot wait. Every time I think I want to go to bed early, next thing I know, I see something that's going to keep me up late. Shohei Ohtani returning to pitching tonight, 9:10. Huh. That's heaven for me. Homer, you know that's special. It's incredible that he can do what he does.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Babe Ruth.
I know.
Hey,
it's not talked about enough. But Brian Balaga joins us here on Kyle, Brust, and Norton. Brian, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Doing well. As a former Packer who saw his career go to a different team, now, this may or may not be true, but Jaire's father on Twitter said he probably didn't. It's not true that he said he wouldn't take a pay cut, as reported that it was. From the Jordy situation to Aaron Jones to the way this one goes, are you okay with the way the Packers handle business? And I guess Brad's question was really good earlier. Are the players aware of how they handle business as they get later in their careers?
Well, they certainly handle business one way, right? Like, I mean, it's been pretty common how they handle veteran guys on the back end of contracts, right? And especially guys that you kind of see the Jaire one, like, did they want to keep him in the long run, right? Like, did they even want to keep him this year based on the contract they offered him, or if you even want to call that based on what his dad said in his X post. But I think if you're a veteran, right, I think you're going to pay a little more attention to how these things are panning out, right? If you look at the Jordy situation and Aaron Jones and now the way this one panned out, I think you keep an eye on it a little bit more and see how these things are playing out as veteran deals come to an end or things start to wind down in these contracts, I think you pay attention a little bit more and see if they continue to go the exact same way, right? Like, so I think, unfortunately, like if that's the way they're going to continue to go, that could potentially be something that, could potentially say if you get guys on like 2 or 3 year deals, they may be like 26, 27 years old when they redo a deal, and they don't want to redo a deal again because that takes them closer to 30 and they know what's going to happen to them. So like that could be something that you don't want to go near, or maybe that's just this certain case. But whatever it may be, whatever Jaire's dad is saying it is, like, if that's what he's saying, I wouldn't be totally shocked, because I was telling Homer last week, we said it on the show, that deal, I said it to you guys too, the guarantee most likely was south of 7. And that obviously what his dad is saying, it was way south of that. So doesn't surprise me much. Doesn't surprise me.
It's interesting, and we've talked about this, where it seems like there is this trend where Packer players will go to rival teams. It seems like they go to the Vikings quite a bit, sometimes the Bears. Do you think that there's at all a bitterness in former Packers that makes them want to go to a divisional rival to be able to maybe try to play the Packers and kind of, send a message? Or do you just think guys go where the money goes?
I think part of it, I think they go to teams in division because these teams have played against these guys so often, right? And when you have tape on guys that are going against your guys, or who you consider your best players that are on your team, and you see guys that are very successful against your guys and they hit the market, you want them, right? Like, those are the guys you want. And if we're going to talk about Minnesota and we're going to talk about Jaire, who's had the most success probably against Jefferson?
That's a good point, Brian.
It's probably Jaire. So, like, you look at a guy like that, Minnesota may look at him and go, well, he's done a pretty good job against our number one, and he's sitting out there. So, like, and his dad has said X, Y, and Z about a contract situation. So that could be something that happens. I don't know if guys are, like, bitter and want to go play Green Bay and want to, like, stick it to them. I don't think that's what it is. I just happen to think that the division teams, like, have the tape on these guys, and they have the experience going against these guys. And obviously they find it valuable that guys have experience in division, and they trust what they see on tape going against their own guys.
Brian, is it common to have all these parents talking? I mean, I know you're a little bit removed from the NFL, but is it weird to have so many dads that are like Jaire Alexander? I'm glad, because it gives us insight, and we know Christian Watson's dad. It's a little bit weird to you?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine my dad doing that.
Yeah, how does that play in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't know, because it never really happened when I was playing. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't something that ever happened, so I don't know how it plays itself out there.
There's no veterans on this team that are above 30 to really comment and give them crap for it. So it's probably all they're used to.
Yeah, it's a different era, right? Like, you even see it, like, I know Homer hates that I even talk about it. Like, you look at the U.S. soccer team, Pulisic's dad's like the one tweeting for him. Like, it's like unbelievable stuff that's going on right now. Like, so I don't know. It's a different generation. It is what it is, right? Like, it's okay. I can tell you, I don't think my dad even knows how to use X. I don't even think he knows what that is.
Your dad would be a boomer like most of ours.
Yeah, he has no idea what that is, and I'm glad he doesn't. So let's put it that way.
What could he potentially, like, what would your worst thing your dad could have said, Brad? Like, you're too nice.
Oh, man.
Back to the backyard. Get punting.
Enough with the inside drop. Put it over your head. Sir, yes, sir.
Brian, I know what I'll be listening to. It's U.S. Soccer Talk with Homer and Brian Bulaga. Am I right, Homer?
Yes. Sorry, I'm doing my survey on how much I love to work here.
He did not listen to a word I said then.
I did not.
U.S. Soccer with Homer and Brian in 2 minutes.
Well, got a bit of a backup along 43 North.